We are in the building, and we've got a all day, we've got a full entire house in the building. We're welcoming back Bishop, who's our prodigal son. He is, Bishop, where the hell have you been?
I've been working. I've been working. Got a full-time job at Suit Supply on Newberry. You know.
You give me a nice cheese suit.
Huh?
You can give me a nice cheese suit.
They got women's suits.
He said it's a luxury suit, so I can't get no cheese suit.
I believe we're working on that.
Menswear is in.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. That is it. It is in. In the building.
Congratulations to you, Bishop.
Nah, thank you.
You wear a suit well, so I'm happy for you about that.
You see him with a suit?
Yeah, he in a suit. Remember every time he come in here, we'd be like, "What are you, Men in Black?"
Oh yeah. Clinks. And we're welcoming back Miss Tony. She is also back.
Hi.
How are you doing, honey?
Oh, so much better. I think Tristan gave me the EBGBs, according to my son.
The cooties.
The EBGBs. That was awful. What an awful time. But I'm back and I'm better. And
back
I'm
and
here.
I'm better.
I was here.
You's here. Good. And then Tristan is here.
Present.
Today. Oh, sorry, Lord.
Present.
Today we have some special guests. We are be talking to City Councilor at Large, Henry Santana. Shout out to the community for locking him in and making sure that we got a hold of him. We also have booked Saeed Culpepper, who's gonna come. Lord Jesus.
No,
wow.
That's
a mashup.
That is a cluster F. Saeed Ahmad, coach, and we also Ahmed.
Yeah.
And we also and
knock it all out.
And it's one of them buttons. Yeah. And is there something over here? Nope. Don't press that.
Jesus Christ. Hold on, y'all. Technical
Everybody,
difficulties.
can you guys hear me?
No.
Nope. Nothing. Oh, there we go.
There's it.
And the music came back on nice too. And we have Minyard Culpepper. And also today we have Alexander Valdez.
Well, but today's just
Henry Santana and
Bless you.
Alexander Valdez.
Alexandra
Valdez.
Yeah.
So we have a full house all week. All week we'll be talking to all the people.
As many as we can, because we want to keep you guys informed of who it is and what they saying about us. Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, that's nice.
Quick check-in. How are things? I think we just kind of did.
Yeah.
So let's get the show started. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Call Spark FM at 617-272-3387.
Your #1 local radio. The Spark of New England, Spark FM. Bringing the heat back to the airwaves.
All right, we are back. Now that I've blown my nose and I'm back in the building. Today is October 28th. It is the 28th day of October. We got 3 more days till Hallows Eve.
October is still here.
Okay.
It's so
Ain't we been in October for a long?
We've been in October for a long time.
No.
Yes, we have.
It is
October
just.
is the longest month I've ever been in.
We don't
October's
even have no
longer than
time.
January.
Absolutely not.
But
You're crazy.
the question is, what are y'all gonna be for Halloween?
Nothing.
I don't know. I failed my kids this year. I don't have anything in place for them. I don't have anything for myself. I just haven't even been in any type of spirit to do anything. I think I'm just gonna be a ghost on Friday.
Just wear a sheet.
Yes.
There you go.
Cut out 2 eye holes. Put my glasses on top of that.
I've been wanting to do that for the longest time.
Me too. Like every year I joke about it, but I think all 3 of us gonna have to be ghosts.
Put a sheet
BuzzFeed put out a thing the other day. It was like 150 last minute costumes, and there were some cute things that you can just throw on. It was like one of them was like a Freudian slip. She just put on a slip and write Freud across it. things like that, low easy costumes that you can make. was like a sugar daddy walk around with some sunglasses on and a 5-pound bag of sugar.
Yeah.
Things like that.
You know what? That's very true. We're gonna get very, very creative. If you could find it, send it.
That's
because
crazy.
I'm gonna find me something
Yeah,
over there.
cute.
Today, it's Tuesday.
It is.
So it is a Super Tuesday.
Yeah.
And let's just get, the weather is just, I don't know. It is doing crazy
We're
things.
1 week out from the elections, from the general
Yep,
elections.
today, yep.
In Boston.
November
so-
4th, people record it in your brain and be prepared. And we will be preparing you guys all this week. It is currently 46 degrees. However, it feels like 36.
Dogs.
It's going to reach a high of 52, and then tonight's going to drop down to 39. Last night was cold. It was cold.
It was. I slept with 2 blankets and my fan. But
Huh?
yeah, I have. There's no way that I can sleep without a fan.
Absolutely not.
So I slept with 2 blankets in my fan, and but the second blanket was like a weighted blanket on top of me, and I was like, oh, I think I need one of these again.
Yeah.
I had a weighted blanket before, but that joint was like 20 pounds.
That's what
Are
I
you
got.
Trying to kill me?
That's what I got.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like
heavy.
it's just crazy
I
to
need
try to
that.
wash it.
Yeah.
Like, how do you wash that?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too heavy.
You put in a heavy duty dryer. Washer.
It's 25 pounds.
Yeah.
But I guess you put more pounds of that in the washer anyway. So
You think so?
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. But anyways, let's get into the show because we got to stay on cue today. We are tight with time all week.
Yes.
So we could try to get through everything. So let's get into the show. It's approximately 9:32 and we got through the weather. We're still praying for Jamaica because today is when it should be hitting, right?
I think it hit this morning.
It did.
We didn't get to touch on that yesterday.
No, we didn't. Just a little bit. So we'll get into that
Pray for Jamaica, yo.
at the end of the local news.
Yeah. Local news. Let's get into it. The Papagino's on Hyde Park Ave has closed.
And I'm upset about it.
Yeah.
I feel some type of way because we do patronize that establishment a lot for like in the summertime family dinners and things.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but like we have utilized that spot.
And that leaves us in Boston with just one Papagino's.
And that's the one on
Gallivan.
Gallivan.
And where does Gallivan turn into Morrissey?
I think after
Right there.
The curve?
yeah, like right there after Papagino's, that
So is Papagino's on Morrissey or Gallivan?
Morrissey.
I'll say Morrissey off Gallivan.
You're interesting.
No, maybe it's after the
I think
bridge.
it's on Gallivan.
Yeah, after
on-
the bridge it turns to Morrissey. After the Quincy Bridge
At the little turn thing, kind of?
to go to Quincy.
I don't know. That's so weird. All my years. I don't know.
Yeah, it's on Gallivan.
It's on
Boulevard.
Gallivan.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So the Walgreens was on Gallivan?
Yeah.
I always thought the
And that
Walgreens
Staples
was on
off
Morrissey.
Gallivan too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
same thing.
Morrissey's Lambert's.
Oh.
So yeah, after the
Oh.
Quincy Bridge overpass.
Yeah.
Then it turns
Then it
to.
turns
So
to
where is the
Gallivan.
new? Where is the new? Where Boston Chicken used to be?
That's Morrissey.
That's still Morrissey. Okay.
I went there last night to Wendy's City.
Oh, so
Oh,
Windy City
and Windy City is on Morrissey.
Yeah.
is really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that a new food place or something?
City is on.
No.
No.
Windy City. Got the
Windy
good-
City
got
used
the
to be
good
on the
wings.
corner, and then they moved from the corner.
Yeah.
From the corner of Adams Street and Gallivan.
Yeah, but
It used to be
Insomnia
the good
Cookies
pizza. You
is.
get the chicken tenders in the bucket with the cheese pizza. It's for special.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They
Word.
banned me from that for
Yeah.
some
They
reason.
still do
Because
it.
your phone number or something like that had happened one time. They moved now, so now they're on Morrissey, and there's one in Quincy. But they had the good chicken tenders.
They still do it.
Yeah,
The
They still
the
got it.
bucket of chicken tenders with the.
I got me some hot wings last night in a bucket with all the sauce and stuff.
yeah,
I shake the
yep,
bucket up.
yep.
I didn't know that they still do
I
that.
swear to God, I might go there.
You should go there.
I might go there.
Windy City needs some advertising.
So
money.
Well,
according
going
to
back to-
AI,
Uh-huh.
in what the hell? In Boston.
The coffee.
Yeah, in Boston, William T. Morrissey Boulevard becomes Gallivan Boulevard at Neponset Circle in Dorchester.
Yeah.
This is a key intersection where the two major roadways meet along with other routes.
That's over there by the gas, by the
So
car wash.
by the Quincy
Yeah.
Bridge and everything. Yeah.
Ain't that
Where you
what
said-
I've been
yeah,
saying
we-
for the last
Yeah.
42
Yeah,
minutes?
That's why I said
Yeah.
more. That's why I said Morrissey off Gallivan.
Yep, you're right. So, anyways, the story is that Hyde Park Papagenos
For real.
leaving Boston with just one. The Papagenos on Hyde Park Ave and River Street outlasted the Brighams across the street, but turned off its ovens and served its last pie over the weekend. The Hyde Park Papagenos opened in the mid-1960s, just the fifth in Michael Villario's burgeoning pizza empire, which started at East Boston as Piso Pizza, then expanded to more than 200 restaurants across New England. Did we know that? Never
Papa
knew that.
John's is a Massachusetts company.
Yeah.
Wait, y'all didn't know that?
No.
It was Papa Gino's. Papa John's is the one that's like universal.
Papa John is nasty too. So
Is it nasty? I've never ever had that.
we've had it once after Slade's one time.
Why did we have it after Slade's?
Because we was hung. I think something was closed or not open. Or
Oh, the
something
kitchen.
like that.
The kitchen was closed, but Slade's was open. I hate when that happens.
Oh, when
bruh.
Papa John's was across the street from Slade's. Okay.
Yep.
Is it still there?
I think so.
No, they just opened the Papa John's in Fields Corner across from Antonio's Hi-Fi. And don't go there. Go to Antonio's because they got some good Spanish food.
But I don't what?
But Shaq owns Papa John's now.
Antonio's Hi-Fi Pizza has Spanish food?
Yeah, because it's owned by Spanish people.
Remember?
And we got to get the owner of there in here, too. He's a really nice guy. I like him. Anyway, back to this pizza place.
Yo, chill. That was about to be a mean spit take, gang. Chill.
Oh, we still on this story.
They had more than 200 restaurants before running into financial problems under new owners, which led to bankruptcy and large numbers of outlets shutting down. The Hyde Park restaurant, which reopened after being destroyed in a 2005 fire, I remember that, was closed yesterday as the sole employee seemed to do some cleaning up in the kitchen. The shutdown leaves Boston with just a single Papagenos, 748 Gallivan Boulevard in Dorchester, although the one on Providence Highway in Dedham is closer. Even closer, though, is Burritos Pizzeria, and they have some good Spanish food, too.
Because that is true, because there's also one on
Washington Street, across from English High.
Yo, y'all got
A Burritos.
No, there's another Papagenos.
Papagenos in Dedham.
In Dedham, and then I feel like there's a...
Yo, y'all getting me hungry, bro.
Where's Papageno? People really eat Papagenos like that?
Yeah, Papagenos got the bomb steak and chives. Oh,
Are
over
you
there in
good?
Quincy. That's for Boston. So Quincy behind there with TJ Maxx and stuff. Is there still a Papagenos over there? By the dollar store?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so it's just Boston.
It's just Boston.
Okay.
So a half block down Hyde Park Ave is Burritos. Olympia Pizza. Remember we used to go there back when you worked for that first station. They used to make the good steak and cheese at Olympia Pizza.
Oh my God, that was so good.
Yep. And then Cappy's on Truman Highway. I ain't never ate from there. But anyhow, those are the pizza places that are over there. Papagenos is closed.
Olympia Pizza still open?
Olympia Pizza is still open.
So
and they're owned by Haitians. Now, they got some good, something different in there. That's not pizza stuff that the Haitians make. It's good.
No, I'm saying. Shout out my Zoes, man.
Anyway. Suspects sought in an armed robbery in Roxbury.
I don't know what that didn't come up like that.
Oh, because I was about to say, who is he? I don't know. But anyways, they're looking for some suspects for armed robbery in I don't know what that is. That's the Newport Dispatch came out.
His picture right there?
No, that's what I thought too, and it's not. A New Hampshire man that received a pig kidney transplant had it removed per MGH, and this is a wild story because
He's still alive?
He's still alive. The black man that got the pig kidney or the pig something died. This man had his, but he had to have it removed. So a New Hampshire man who became the fourth patient in the world to receive a pig kidney transplant in January at Mass General has had the kidney removed due to decreasing functionality. Tim Andrews, 67, set a world record of 271 days with a pig kidney and has been a selfless medical pioneer and an inspiration to patients with kidney failure around the world. Andrews had the kidney removed on Thursday, October 23rd. He has resumed dialysis and has been placed back on the list for a human kidney donor. MGH said their xenotransplantation research will continue with a third genetically edited pig kidney transplant later this year. So if they took the pig kidney out of him, what did they put back in him?
Nothing.
So he don't.
So what do he got now?
That's what I'm saying.
He probably got like a makeshift.
A little
Because he's back on the dialysis, so he would have to be like hooked up to the dialysis machine 24/7 if he has nothing.
Nothing.
So what do you think they put in?
I don't know, but I guess
they should sheep heart.
I guess the side effect of them pygmies was oinking.
I guess my question is why
it looks
not?
good, though.
Why not a like a ape or a monkey?
What?
Pig,
Remember they
pigs,
said that the pig was the closest?
Yeah, pigs'
Oh.
intestines are pigs.
Inside.
Yeah, closest to ours.
I
Closer
thought
than-
we had migrated started as monkeys and
Well,
then turned into humans.
according to the
So we was not monkeys first.
We're chimeras.
no, we was
No.
made from
I don't
ashes
think
to
so.
ashes,
Dust to dust.
Then why the whole time they be calling us porch monkeys?
Because everybody has different opinions, different religions, and different stupidity. all
Because
in
they's
between.
racist. That's why.
That's funny and that's ridiculous and that's mean
Why
for
do we
people
call
to say
them
I'm
that.
saying.
What do we
Nah,
call
I
it?
didn't say nothing.
Who said what?
What?
Nah, I didn't
Did
say
we
nothing.
find the news about the suspects in the robbery in Roxbury? No, we never found that.
I got it, but it don't look very good. It's not that bad. It says police are seeking 2 suspects in connection with an armed robbery that occurred at approximately 8:20 p.m. on Wednesday in the area of 64 Monadnock Street. The suspects approached a food delivery, brandished a firearm, and stole his electric bike, according to Boston police. The individuals were tracked to the area of 564 Blue Hill Avenue, which is in Roxbury, which they have believed to frequent. The first suspect is described as a male with medium build and brown skin complexion. he was seen wearing a black balaclava.
Ski mask.
Balaclava, how you say it?
Balaclava.
Balaclava style mask with a logo on the left cheek area, black jacket with gray hoodie, sweatshirt underneath, and gray sweatpants.
Saw a Nike tag.
He was seen operating a black scooter with headlights in the handlebar area, as well as a front fender area.
Ain't that every YN in Boston?
Straight up.
Every single one of them is
Straight
who it
up.
is.
Yeah, they got a little picture here. I'm gonna show y'all the picture,
Show it who it is.
but you can't really see it. It's kind of frowsy.
Frowsy. Because I'm
A
supposed to
little musty.
how I'm supposed to know who this is.
Right.
How I'm supposed to help you identify these 2 suspects.
Not
Because they looked like every little YN that they got around here.
Every little one, big one, all of them.
Yep.
Every YN.
Yep.
Every
And
age.
Danielle dressed like that when she go to walk the dog in the
Every
wintertime.
time,
She just
every
don't have the
time.
scooter. But
Where's that?
You
how
be
about
wearing a
not
ski
her?
mask?
I'm about to get a scooter. I got a ski mask for when
be
I'm
wearing
walking
the
in the
baklava?
winter.
Ski mask way. Son, ransom note. It's far from handsome. But damn, nigga, tote like that.
Oh,
Bars.
I
I'm saying. Yo, Miss Tony got bars. Okay. MC Tony. Let's go.
Right.
Know
I
what
had
I'm
to get that.
saying?
I had to get that one off.
No, that was in the system, huh?
That caffeine's kicking. That caffeine's kicking.
Woo! All right. Healy defends plans for West Roxbury homeless shelter. Facing community resistance to a planned homeless shelter in West Roxbury, Massachusetts, Governor Maura Healey on Monday underscored that the families set to move in are Boston families. A state contractor plans to turn a vacant nursing home in West Roxbury into a shelter for up to 48 homeless families, as the state has sought to expand its stable emergency shelter beds to move families in the system out of hotels and motels. Nice. At Emmanuel Episcopal Church in West Roxbury in May, neighborhood residents flooded a community meeting to oppose the planned shelter, warning concerns about traffic, trash, and safety. Why? Traffic?
This is West Roxbury. You know, these
trash?
white, they gonna come out.
Right. Like, what are you talking about? The crisis of shelter availability and associated skyrocketing costs have been a centered challenge for the Healey administration, particularly due to an uptick in migrants into the state seeking humanitarian relief. Causing Healey and lawmakers to put new restrictions on who would access state-funded emergency housing. We still have all the migrants here?
Yes, we do.
And so why? Listen, I'm playing devil's advocate. This is not my opinion or what I think should happen, but why all the migrants are still here and the ICE ain't bothering them?
They bothering them too.
They are they?
Absolutely.
Oh,
I didn't know that. I thought that was a pretty decent question. Because
Yeah.
wouldn't they come round them up first?
right. That's what I would think.
Yo, ice.
Since they're just getting rid of people, why haven't they just gone to the migrants first?
Yeah, swear to God, they're gonna find the right day and mess around on the wrong time and get jumped by everybody.
Yeah,
I hope so.
that's true.
That
What
is
you said
my
is true.
that is my desire.
Be careful, Ice. You can get
I don't
jumped.
think you could be out here threatening ICE.
I'm not
They
threatening
gonna get
us.
you, and I'm gonna bail you out.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
Right.
find you, Bishop.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna find you, and
Thank
I
you.
will.
I will help you.
But hey, I'm just speaking what's already been happening. So it's just like, hey,
Was that the story?
That was the story.
That was the story.
Trader Joe's is opening a new Massachusetts location this week. Yeah.
Where
I
at?
love a Trader Joe. In West Roxbury. Trader Joe's is gearing up to open a new Massachusetts location at the site of former Walgreens this week. And I like that.
Which former Walgreens?
in the West Roxbury.
Oh, because we're getting the Cape Verdean.
When?
I don't know, because I ain't seen no construction. I ain't seen no signage.
Not
I ain't seen a
construction,
damn
nothing.
thing.
Nothing has happened over there.
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope. And I feel like they're gonna leave that there for a very,
about?
very long. The Walgreens, they're putting
Warren Street.
the Walgreens on Warren Street.
Yeah.
Because there was a dialysis center next to that. Is that still there?
It's still there. Remember,
Okay.
you told us that they're putting the Cape Verdean supermarket that they're putting. You said you used to shop there when you lived in Brockton.
Mm-hmm.
But when is that? That's been over a year already, hasn't it?
I don't think so.
Really?
No.
I don't know. I feel like it should just be an
Didn't
error.
you say that in summer, Triz, or something?
Huh?
Was that in the summertime?
That was the summertime.
I don't know, but they threw that America's food basket in the Walgreens in Four Corners up real quick.
Yeah,
or whatever corners that is.
Something is going on over there because there's no reason why they deconstructed and reconstructed that building to what it needs to be yet.
Right.
That's
and
crazy.
Is the two America's food baskets still open over there? Yeah.
There's one in Phil's Corner.
The
still
one
open.
on the one by what used to be a Walgreens by Four Corners, and then they have the one right up the street by Rosedem. They're both still open. Why are both of them still open?
Because we got a lot of that kind of grocery store, and they don't be less expensive. I feel like they be a little bit more expensive.
Have y'all ever shopped at Tropical Foods?
I haven't been into the new tropical
The
foods
the
yet.
new tropical foods is awesome, and you can find all the things.
Do they have prepared foods there?
Yeah.
I like a prepared foods.
What is that? Rice and beans?
Because I'm not gonna
Happy
lie.
trailer.
Because I'm not gonna lie. I know this is probably one of the stories, but we have to mention this. The snap cut starting November.
That's coming
about
up,
that
brother.
Oh, that's all we'd be talking about.
Yeah.
We've been talking about that. Anyhow, on Thursday, the popular grocery store chain will welcome customers to its new location at 19999 Center Street on corner of LaGrange Street in Boston's West Roxbury neighborhood. And I will go there because I love it. Moments before doors open at 9 a.m., there will be a brief ribbon cutting. Store captain Claire Summers and Trader Joe's crew members will be on hand to welcome customers to their new neighborhood store. The new store will donate 100% of products that go unsold but remain fit to enjoy to a range of nonprofit community-based organizations 7 days a week. And they do.
And they do. They sure do.
They sure do. What's today? Wednesday? Nope, it's not. But tomorrow is. I'm going to get my Trader Joe's. What else do we have going on here? Fresh news for the neighborhood you love. Open Streets Jamaica Plain is on Sunday, November 2nd.
It is. I'm excited about that one.
Yeah, I like that one. It's going to be cold, though. It's bundled up, but that's good. I like that kind of.
Because it's not gonna hot chocolate with your
hot
little tea.
Yeah, and what is it called? Warm apple cider and things like that. One of the neighborhood's newest annual events is quickly becoming one of the neighborhood's favorite event, Open Streets Jamaica Plain. This year's Open Streets in Jamaica Plain is on November 2nd, and expect live music, food trucks, lots of kids' activities, deals on items from local businesses, and more. Center Street will be closed to vehicular traffic from La Martine Street to South Street. South Street between the hours of 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. That is 52 blocks, I think she said, right?
That is a lot of friggin' blocks.
It's a lot
bro.
of blocks. Also, starting at 6 a.m., parking will be prohibited on both sides of Center Street from La Martine to South Street. And so that is Open Streets. It's a great event, though. It is, that is a lot of blocks that are going to be closed down, but it's a great event. Park your car, come out, just walk, and have
Or
a
better
good time
yet,
there.
just take public transportation.
Yeah, that's true,
On
too.
an Uber. It's
What do you
Jamaica Plain.
what do you take there?
You could
'Cause,
take the
I mean,
39.
No, because it's shut down. If you get off at Jackson Station,
29.
is that Jackson
You
Station?
could take the 29. Mm-hmm.
But Jackson Station is closed down too, ain't it? I heard that Jackson was closed.
No, Jackson's
It's
But
still
anyways,
active.
you know what they have out there that are very, very active is those bicycles, the petty bikes.
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
just get off wherever you get off, and they will have the petty bikes take you up and down. Because remember, it is blocked that whole way.
Yeah, but y'all can get off at Green Street.
Oh, you can get off at Green
Jackson.
Street and walk all the way down Green,
Stony
Stony Brook. Walk, but it's a long walk. But still, it's.
I mean,
nice.
it's a long walk regardless if you
Yeah.
drive, train, or whatever. Walking 52 miles,
Yeah, 52
blocks. How much is 52 blocks? A lot. lot.
I mean,
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It has to be at least 2 miles.
52
blocks? That's
52 blocks. It's
Probably.
it's from Jackson Station to the end of South Street. So it is the whole Jamaica Plain. It's the whole neighborhood.
I might have to talk to Shauna too. I wonder why that is so large.
Yeah.
In contrast to Mattapan, that
Jamaica
was.
Plain got all the business.
Yeah, and I think Mattapan was also, this was their first time.
yeah.
So I think it was like kind of like a
Testing out.
testing out.
Okay.
Although, where would it go from Mattapan? Because like if it
be
went up to
Blue Lab.
Simcoe's, there's not enough
The
businesses.
thing is, for it to be in Mattapan, it would have to be centralized in this area because this is where all the businesses are.
Oh, that's true.
Like if you think about, like maybe from Sun's Pizza. Well,
That's
that strip
Dorchester.
right.
Right there, yeah,
Oh,
from
well.
here.
Mattapan starts at,
right
at
So-
Morton Street.
Oh
It
yeah.
would be from here to
That's-
Mattapan. It would be literally be the Haitian parade.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of
There's
businesses
not a lot
on
of
that route.
businesses, right? So I'm saying if they started in Mattapan Square and went up to like Simcoe's, that's you're still like that whole side over there is not
It's
a lot of nothing.
People
So-
would have to come.
Could like
no, because Jubilee takes up that whole whatever.
Yeah,
so
and-
if they,
If we start from here, Tues though, if we start from here and go up on that side of the street, it's businesses all lined up.
she gonna have to do a Dorchester Center open street.
Yeah, like
that.
between
Between this corridor.
the end of Wellington Hill over there and then this corridor over here. It would
Yeah.
have to be a fusion.
I mean, but it would right because if we did Dorchester, then we would get Bondage by Blondie and
Yeah.
those businesses
Sorrel
there,
up to
Sorrel and
up,
Lime. And all
I
that.
would even go it all the way up to like Harambe Park and then come back over this way to La Fleur Bakery.
Yeah. I want to. Where did go? How come we didn't go there? Why we didn't go there?
It wasn't oh it was open.
What you say?
Okay, but anyways, keep on.
Going
like y'all talking about so much food. I'm hungry.
Early voting for municipal elections are now underway. And here's everything that you need to know. And I think the early voting started on Saturday.
That was so funny because on Saturday, over there by the MLK Park, we're seeing all these people out there campaigning and the posters. It's like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
It's not election day. Why is it election day? So we're all stressed out. But then after that, realized that it was open, early voting had started. So the voting centers that are for early voting, you will see a bunch of stuff out there.
yeah,
So
there's no story there, and I don't know why. So it's,
Which one?
oh, the early voting. It's a video, I think.
I think
But that
now
says-
it's just at City Hall and
Yeah,
stuff
but
like
that says early voting for Western Mass, so that's not a that's
You
not
gotta
good.
cut it from where it says HTTP,
HTTP.
and then you gotta cut and paste.
Well, anyhow, it's early voting started. That says for Western Mass though, so that's not even they're not even showing our district. But anyways, it did start in our district on Saturday. Early voting. So how does early voting work? You just go.
The same thing. You just go and you vote like you would regular. I know. Oh, here it is. Early voting, and it was on the 25th and the 26th. That's is it only a couple of days for early voting?
Yeah.
Because they were at the Condon Elementary School, Mildred Community Center, the Murphy School, the Muniz Academy. Course for BYC, so pretty much all the BCYFs, Boston Architectural College, Jackson Mann School, and a couple of other places that you could have went and did
No. So it says early voting for the general municipal election on November 4th of 2025 will take place from Saturday, October 25th through Friday, October 31st.
Is that at all places or just that?
Any registered voter can vote at any early voting location. You don't need an excuse or a reason to vote early. If you're not sure if you're registered, find out. The deadline to register to vote is Sunday, October 25th. You have until Saturday, October 25th. You have until 5 p.m. to register to vote in person. It doesn't say what is early voting for the general municipal election on Tuesday. Unlike traditional polling, you don't have to vote at your assigned polling location. Vote at the location that is most convenient for you. All ballot styles will be available at early voting. Can you get the door? At early voting polling locations. Vote at the location. All ballot styles will be available at every early voting location. All early voting locations are accessible to voters with disabilities. Early location will also have auto mark machines for voters who need help marking their ballots. There are a number of early voting sites for the general municipal election, including Boston City Hall. If you plan to vote early, you have until 5 p.m. on Friday, October 31st. That's what it says. And then
And you guys can go on boston.gov for more information on early voting in Boston. I'll post that link right there in our stream, right there in the chat.
Yep. So that's that. And then just as a good segue into what we're about to go into, there's been an editorial by the Dorchester Reporter, and they are predicting that two standouts for council at large is Ruth Z. Louisiane and Will Onoha.
Will has been outside.
I like Will.
Will keep getting endorsed by a lot of people. Only thing I don't like about Will is he don't believe in rent stability. That's not true. That's not true.
His posters don't have no information. It just has his name and his picture. There's no website, nothing on his thing.
Interesting.
Boston voters have 8 solid choices for city council at large on their ballot next Tuesday, November 4th. But there are 2 candidates that the reporter recommends in particular.
Are they endorsing them?
It seems so.
We're going to have to ask Seth on Friday because he is coming in.
Should I continue to say?
No.
No. All right.
Yeah. We want our voters to make their own decisions based on what they feel is the best decision for them. And that's all we got to say.
Yeah. Do these two know that they both? Anyhow, so we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back, recalibrate. We've got some good guests coming in for you. Henry Santana, who is an incumbent for at-large.
Yep.
And Alexandra Valdez, who was running for
at-large.
Yeah. So we'll be right back.
All right.
Saucy and Friends in the morning.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Tues.
Your number 1 local radio. The Spark of New England, Spark FM. Bringing the heat back to the airwaves.
Don't let biased algorithms or degree screens or exclusive professional networks or stereotypes. Don't let anything keep you from discovering the half of the workforce who are stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time to tear the paper ceiling and see the stars beyond it. Find out how you can make stars part of your talent strategy at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Often I hear people talking about how high their electricity bills are. Massachusetts has programs that everyday homeowners pay for, but never look into. Have you ever considered why some homes have panels and others don't? If you have Eversource, National Grid, or Unitil for electricity, you are paying for your neighbors to get panels at no cost. The charges are on the bill. Why not get someone to pay for yours? This program also helps with re-roofing, tree cutting, and electrical upgrades. If you're tired of short-term solutions for a long-term problem, connect with Bakari to find out if your home meets the requirements to upgrade at no cost out of pocket. Save the planet, future-proof your family for power outages, and save tens of thousands of dollars on an otherwise lifelong bill. Mention Spark when you call or text SPARK to 617-833-8940 to get 2 months off your power bill covered if your home gets selected.
Finally Home is a must-read step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time homebuyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, homeownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Get ready to celebrate the brilliance and resilience that make Boston shine. On October 24th, ABCD's Community Hero Celebration at the Westin Copley Place honors 18 community heroes whose spirit and dedication.
Boston's new home for urban Caribbean music. Spark FM. Spark FM. Playing all your favorite hits from reggae. Spark FM.
If you no mess with the way you are gonna see a million. We got the Congo long just like the Amazon.
Spark FM.
I know that life is not easy. No say we are for winning. Walk with the camera like Jesus.
Soca. Hip hop.
Yeah, we on and we going crazy.
R&B.
You could do damage. You could do damage.
Afrobeats and much more. Spark FM. Spark FM.
Yeah, it's the body rock, Roger Rero. I don't know if that's the words, but I like it, so you guys gotta love it. It is Super Tuesdays, and Super Tuesdays is when we bring you the people who are leading your city or the people who want to lead your city, and we want you to know about who's out here. We do know, everybody, mark your calendars. If you haven't already, you'll be in big trouble. November 4th is our big day here. It is election day.
Very important day in Boston.
You guys know that your requirement here at Spark FM Online is to achieve super voter status.
Yeah.
All of our listeners will be the people who make the decisions for the city, because we vote over here. All right?
Spark Nation.
Yes, sir.
Spark the vote.
Hello. We got to get them t-shirts out.
Yeah, we
because
did.
This is ridiculous at this point. We missed like 14 cycles.
Yeah, we did.
Well, while we're here, we'll keep on doing the job that we've been doing. So we've invited Alexandra Valdez to the platform so that we can learn all about her and her run for city councilor at large. Welcome and good morning.
Yes.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me and for letting me come into this beautiful space. Really, really thankful for
Thank you. We are so happy to have you here. We are so happy to have you here. Very good to meet you. You are so vibrant and full of energy. That is awesome. You got to be that way in this time, right?
I mean, I have to,
Yeah.
and also like I need that mom energy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because I have a very energetic 4-year-old.
girl, 4.
That when he gets home, I think he's tired.
Oh, and it's a boy. Oh, boy.
And he's like, "Mommy, what are we doing now?" I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
"I'm tired."
Her son, I want to go somewhere.
Yes.
Where do you want to go?
I just want to go somewhere.
And
Mom.
I'm like, no. Like, how about we take a nap?
Yeah,
And he's
yeah.
like, no, I don't want to sleep. I'm like, damn it.
Then my son goes, okay, if we take a nap, and then what are we going to do after the nap?
Exactly. So I have no choice.
Yeah, good for you. Well, good. He keeps you on your toes. You need
Oh my
that
God,
to
he
be.
does. He
Yeah,
does.
and you
But
need that to be doing the job of city councilor.
It does. But I love it because it also like just teaches me about what is much to be heavily involved. And for me to understand that for him to be healthy, for me to be healthy,
Right.
and for him to continue to be as a happy and very energetic 4-year-old, that
Yeah.
means that I have to feed that to him.
That's
Yeah,
right. That's right.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
So that's how I look at it.
Very good.
Tell
Very
us
good.
what you're all about. Like, what made you decide that after living in Boston, we just found out you're a Mattapan girl. Why are you doing this?
Yeah. Oh,
I asked that myself too. Yeah. Well, I came here when I was 10 from the Dominican Republic, and my parents bought their home about 2004.
Okay.
So we lived right in the corner of Morton and Wildwood since 2004.
Wow.
And that's where I grew up. That's where I did my quinceañera practices. That's where my mom has a daycare there.
Yeah.
And that's basically where I started getting involved and doing a lot. We organized our neighborhood watch at that street.
Yeah.
We ended up getting one-way signs put
Okay.
down Wildwood.
Very nice.
Oh, so you've been kind of
That's
doing this
yeah.
by accident on
Right,
purpose.
like,
Yeah.
That's why we have residential parking on Wildwood Street.
Okay.
But I always been very involved. Always been volunteering in a lot of the festivals that you see taking place throughout the city. I always been very engaged in the Dominican community here as well, because I have always been in Bremerton. Like, we don't know what we don't know, and we don't have people who are teaching us that, especially in like minority communities. And how are we ever going to understand how we can best make an impact?
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So I started working at City Hall very young. I was 18, 17 when I started interning.
Okay.
I started interning in Councilor O'Malley's office. This was when Charles Yancey was still in office.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This goes way back.
Yeah.
And that's when I started really getting the love of like, I helped a constituent today, like fill a pothole.
Yeah.
And I would get so excited about that.
Good.
Yeah.
I would get excited about meeting for coffee with a constituent that needed help in closing a street or just getting street cleaning.
Yeah.
And I started just continuing.
Yeah.
I started volunteering in campaigns, volunteered in Ayanna Presley's campaign, volunteered in Elizabeth Warren's campaign. And I saw myself always being the youngest person in a lot of these spaces. I saw me being predominantly the only like Latina and only woman of color in a lot of spaces. So I'm like, we need more of this.
Right, yeah.
So I just continued, and I went to school. I went to the Lewenberg, went to St. Patrick's in Roxbury as well, went to the Blackstone, and I said, I want to continue helping. So I continued working. I went to Mass Bay Community College.
Okay.
That's where I got my associates, and then I went to Fitchburg State. So I transferred through the mass transfer program.
Yeah.
Every weekend, every Friday, I would take the 5 a.m. commuter rail to be at City Hall by 9 to work in Matt's office.
Wow.
I did that all throughout college because I needed the money. Because your girl needed to buy her books.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to continue working and learning.
Right. So why sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Why counselor at large instead of just for your district?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I moved from so many different neighborhoods. From living in JP to when I first got here, living in Roxbury, to growing up in Mattapan, to going back to JP, to now living in Hyde Park.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of the work that I have done in the different spaces in my career has been citywide.
Okay.
A lot of the initiatives that I've been leading has been citywide, and I've been able to connect with so many residents, so many organizations that are just citywide and not a specific district.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's more like you want to help bigly.
Oh,
all
everywhere.
of it. Yeah.
Everywhere.
Well, I do. And I always say, I'll give you an example. Like when I was running the Office of Women's Advancement, we did a really cool initiative where we focused specifically on maternal health, especially Black and brown women in our city.
Yeah.
It was the first maternal health project that we did. And we were able to work with the birthing center in Roxbury and it helped so many amazing women just get that help.
Yeah.
When we trained over 10,000 women how to negotiate their salaries. These
Yeah.
were women from all over the city and not just from a specific neighborhood. So I look at how can we really have someone who understands how city government works, but has impacted citywide too.
Yeah. This job seems like such a hard job. You know, like
It's heavy responsibility.
yeah, you've got to be in so many places at so many times.
Yeah.
And with a 4-year-old, how do you balance? Balance working for the community and making sure you stay rooted in family and what you have to do?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I always say that I love surrounding myself with people who give me good energy.
Yeah.
And when people say it takes a village, I am the first one to be like, listen, I am a huge example of that.
I am the village.
I am the village. I like to stay grounded around family, friends, and community that are also supporters. Someone that I can call and say, hey, can you hold Adonis for half an hour?
Yeah.
And I know my neighbor won't mind.
Right, yeah.
So for me, it's making sure that I stay leveled, I fill my cup in order to continue to be in the best version of myself. So I'm always like, that's my privilege, and making that I have my parents around.
Yeah.
That I have a big family that is a huge support system. And that I have a lot of great friends.
Yeah. I was thinking about that this morning and thinking about, like speaking with you, and I was just like the political climate in general in the United States is just so heavy right now. And for people to I think it's admirable. But it's almost like you guys are like sacrificing yourself. You know what I mean?
You're not wrong.
Like martyrs or something. Because it's just like, I don't know if I could do it to like take on everything else on top, like everybody else's problems on top of everything else that's going on. Because environmentally, it's just such a mess out here. So that's very admirable of you. And like you stay grounded in your family. So at least you have that, because I'm like the mental impact that must have is a lot. So good for you. What are your platforms that you are working on?
I would like to know, Alexandra, I'd like to know what your plans are. I see that you're running for your affordable housing.
Yeah.
So what are your plans for affordable housing in Boston? Because we know that that's a big problem right now.
Huge. That's a topic of discussion everywhere we go.
Yeah. Everybody wants to know where we supposed to live.
Yeah.
How?
Tell me about it. How?
And eat.
Shit, I mean, how are we paying rent or mortgage next month?
Exactly.
That's the question. I always say this. My family and I have been we have been able to, and I say this very proudly, benefit from a lot of the services that our city has offered.
Yeah.
Like when we lived in Roxbury, we lived in this very small 2-bedroom. It was like 4 of us.
Yeah.
And that we were able to make ends meet because we were in a small apartment, like a subsidized Section 8.
Yeah.
And that's how we ended up moving to JP.
Yep.
If it wasn't because of programs like Maha, that my mom bought her first home.
Absolutely.
I don't think my parents who owned that home in Mattapan.
Right.
And if it wasn't because of the first time home buyers program, I don't think I would have been ever to purchase my home. My God. Not at all.
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
Right. God, no. When it comes to affordable housing and when it comes to my platforms, I'm a really big proponent of how will we really continue to build while also building affordably. We see landlords who are charging $4,000, $5,000, crazy.
Yeah.
But people still pay it because we don't have enough supply.
Right.
We don't.
Right.
So you have landlords that are taking full advantage of that.
Yeah.
And saying, you know what? Because we don't have enough supply, we know that people are going to pay it because they need it.
Yeah.
So we need to increase supply. That's one. 2, we need to have better tenant protection rates.
Absolutely.
We need to, oh my goodness, don't get me started on this. We have tenants who don't know their rights, especially they don't know what the city and what other organizations can do in order to protect them.
Yeah.
You have people who are even scared to call to report their landlords because of the political space that we're in now.
Right, yeah.
So making sure that we're having a stronger tenant protection rights is one of my huge focus in platforms, but also focusing on how are we allowing families or people to come together and put their incomes together to purchase homes.
Yeah.
Which is a co-purchasing program.
Yeah, I like that.
Which right now, it's taken place, but it's very small.
Yeah.
It's just taken place as a pilot.
Yeah.
But imagine what it would look like in order for us to fully fund a program like that.
Yeah.
How many?
This is the with your family member, right?
Yes. Yeah. So imagine being able to fully fund that program.
Yeah.
In JP a couple of weeks ago, there was actually a training that a local realtor was having on this. And I attended the training because I thought it was so amazing that we're having more and more people have this conversation.
Yeah, it is.
There's so many, because I think that's just a good idea anyways. There's a lot of family that would love to own homes, but it's easier to share resources. It's easier to do this together. Once we get one, then maybe we have some equity to get a different one, like more. Right. So I think it's important for us to test out these pilot programs. Yeah. There are counselors, some not, or some running, that don't necessarily believe in, putting a cap on rent and rent stability and stuff. What would be the positive part of that? Because I know for homeowners want to be able to make some money.
Of course.
Yeah. So how do we meet in the middle? Is there a middle ground there?
I think we have to get creative and get creative approaches.
Yeah.
When people ask me this question, I say, listen, I agree that we need to have some sort of stabilization.
Yeah, something.
We need something.
Yeah.
And that's just plain and simple.
Yeah.
We need it.
Yeah.
Because if we don't
Especially
have
for
that.
businesses, because a lot of businesses are getting put out right now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
I mean, we see that all the time. Look how many empty storefronts we see. This is not even talking about going up downtown. Look at in our neighborhoods. Like, drive down Blue Hill Avenue. Yeah. Drive down Hyde Park Square. Like, Papa Gino's is closing his doors. Yeah. So that's one less business.
Crazy. We just talked about that. That's so sad.
That is so sad. Yeah. I know. I live right there. So I am very bummed. But to that extent, it's like, we need to be able to have a balance.
Yeah.
We need to have a balance of finding out a solution, whether figure out a rent stabilization, but also being able to support our small landlords, our mom and pops who own their 3-decker or their two family. How will we make sure that they're being taken care of?
Yeah.
So whatever solution that we come up with collectively, because this is something that we do collectively, not one person is going to be able to solve this issue.
Yeah.
We need to collectively understand that we need to support every single person that's a part of the whole housing crisis.
I fully agree with that because it's right now it's happening across the country.
Yeah.
Right.
But I always feel like I don't really care what happens across the country because Boston has always been a forerunner or a trendsetter in how things can go if we just, like you said, be a little creative.
Yeah.
What other platforms?
Yeah. Second one is obviously education's really big. For
Yeah,
me.
absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Like I mentioned, I'm a mom, so making sure that my son gets, and every single child in the city of Boston gets a quality education is essential, especially increasing universal pre-K seats and bilingual education. We need to make sure.
I think that's really important.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
I mean, I always say this: 43% of our students speak a second language. And we need to make sure that we are equipping our kids.
That's a crazy number.
That's
pretty
big.
And I think it's a little bit. Happy to go back to BPS's data and give you an exact number. I think it's a little bit either we were very close to it or very near to it. But think about how many of our schools are dual language.
Yeah.
Even though we have made some really good strides, we have made some amazing strides. Because when I first came here, I went to the Blackstone. And at that time, I was in a classroom where there were at least half of the class did not know how to speak English.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's different languages. It's not even the same language.
No,
Yeah.
this is not even the same language.
Yeah.
And the ELA educators and education has been doing, like you said, making strides. I was talking to the ELA teacher at my son's school the other day, and she said their testing scores last year were really low. I think she said like 15% or something like that. And this year it's like 56% or something like that.
Yeah.
And that was like, that is just so amazing. That's really good. That's great.
They're doing some amazing. I mean, we have amazing educators.
Yeah.
And
Wish they got paid more.
right, that's a whole. I think we need a whole day for that.
Yeah.
I always say this. I am very thankful for our teachers. Very thankful for those who are taking care of our little ones while we are out really doing all of this, right? And making sure that we're taking care of them is essential. So focusing on that and making sure that we're expanding early childhood education and working with childcare providers. Which predominantly are all women of color.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, we really need to focus on uplifting them and helping them expand.
Yeah.
We have so many childcare providers who want to go from in-home childcare to a center.
That's so crazy too, because just that little statement, mostly predominantly Black women, but then a little higher in the education, elementary, we start to see a dwindling down of Black women
Black
and
brown
people
women.
of color educators, and it's so, I'm wondering what that's something to talk about too later. But yeah, that's very interesting.
It is really interesting. I mean, I think something to think is, how do we really equip our childcare providers into what's next for them? And how do we really create that pathway? I know that there is a lot of programming through like Urban College, SINS, and others that do a lot of this work and that really equip the childcare providers to get technical assistance. I know when I was first leading the Office of Women's Advancement, we created the Childcare Entrepreneur Fund, which we were able to train and equip childcare providers with marketing tools, with how to create a website, how to think about marketing and how to gain more attraction, and how to do it in different languages too.
Oh, that's amazing. And we definitely need that. I wish I could have like I want to go take a Spanish course somewhere. Duolingo ain't doing it for me.
It's not. You got to get like Rosetta Stone.
Yeah, Rosetta Stone.
That's what I heard. Or Babbel.
Just talk to your mother. Just talk to your mother.
Yeah, I know, right? And then your last platform, which I think is amazing, Stronger Communities and Quality of Life for All. I love that. Can you get into that?
Thank you. Yeah. Well, our city runs on just basic city services.
On Duncan.
Literally. Our city runs on filling our potholes, making sure our parks are clean, making sure our sidewalks are safe and accessible, making sure our small businesses are getting the support they need and the storefronts that they dream of having. And if we don't have stronger community, stronger quality of life issues when it comes to our direct services, then we are totally doing a mishap in what truly makes our city running.
Absolutely.
Especially when it comes to direct constituent services. Because we are the first face when anyone calls the city.
Yeah.
Like, we look at 311, but as city councilors, the amount of constituent calls and cases that you get, as someone who has worked in city council offices, is a lot.
That's why I always wonder too, like, what is that like? How do you keep track of all of the issues that every one individual has and try to knock that to-do list down?
It really depends on the office and the person. I mean, I'll speak for myself.
Yeah.
We created a tracker ourselves.
Oh.
Like, we sort of have a whole spreadsheet of this person called in. Great. What's the issue? Bring it down.
Breaking it down, what would you say is some of the biggest issues? I know your platform, but like the smaller issues that people complain about the most.
Let's see. Which part? Should we focus on like the culture aspect, on the daily life?
Sometimes we get a news article that says something like the 311 complaint of the day or something like
There's
that.
too many geese in the street today.
I love those.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me start with, let me break them down. We get a lot of, we need more funding for smaller nonprofits in our city to do more work.
Okay. All right.
We get a lot of that. We get a lot of organizations reaching out to us like, hey, we want to host this amazing event, but we unfortunately don't have a space to do it. How can you help? Because this is benefiting City of Boston residents.
Yeah.
So how are you able to help there? That's one that we see.
Number one, just to help you out there, come rent Spark FM Media and Culture Center. We do very low cost rentals, and we can hold up to 100 people in this space. So please come through.
Love that.
Go ahead.
I love that.
And
write
scene.
that down. Write that down. Second one, a lot of the questions that we get recently have been on sidewalk repairs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of sidewalk repair questions.
What street was I driving? When we were driving down the other day, and we were like, this street has never, ever been fixed. I forget what street it was. I don't know, but I was like, why has this street never been? I'm going to have to think about that. It was crazy.
Let me see. And then during the summer, oh my goodness, we get flooded with parks requests and reservations and permits for outdoor events.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
We
know
get
that. We know.
flooded.
Yeah, we flooded.
Oh my goodness. We definitely get a lot, especially around the accessibility.
Yeah.
The accessibility of making sure that all the permits are in place, but also when it's having conversations around food and vending.
Oh, my God.
That is such a
awful
such a
process.
Yeah, so we get a lot of that, and a lot of things that people don't know too, right? There's a lot of ways, like, right, if you're a nonprofit organization and you are applying for a health permit, if you bring your certification, you might be able to get more help when it comes to waiving certain fees. Like, there's a lot of
really?
So like, there's a lot of things that like we talked about earlier. We don't know what we don't know.
Yeah.
And when we get all these requests during the summer, it's like, oh, do you know that this can happen? And we can help you with this. So it really depends on the type of complaints versus like the time of the year that we're in.
Yeah.
And just to kind of wrap it up a little bit, how do you feel about going into next Tuesday? Like, are you, I know it has to be nerve wracking because you don't know what's going on, but you know, like, you've been in this race, you've gone through the primaries, and like, how do you feel?
I texted a couple of my friends this morning and I said, I'm getting election day anxiety.
Already.
But it's real. I'll be completely honest. I haven't been sleeping. I think that's like the fact that you go over in your head 1,000 times.
What can I do?
What can I do?
Yeah.
Or what could I have done?
Yep.
As a first-time candidate, I feel I'm very proud. I am very proud of my team.
I'm proud of you too for being a woman and a woman of color and you know, in this political climate going after this.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I always say we're small but mighty.
Yeah.
There's like 3 of us.
Yeah.
Doing all of this. So I'm very proud.
Yeah.
Very proud of the work that we have done. I'm also very happy of the people that I've met.
Yeah.
the connections that I have made, and now the new friendships that I can add to my circle.
Yeah.
Who do we call? How do we engage? So regardless of what happens on Tuesday, this doesn't stop the work because the work continues. And I'm gonna continue doing the work.
Absolutely.
But it's one step closer of 19,000 people believed in me in the primary that they came out and voted for me.
And that's real. That's
a first-time candidate.
As a first-time candidate,
I was going to ask, since you've been in the political climate, how has the city of Boston developed their relationships with minorities? Has it progressed to you?
That's a good question. As looking back from when I first started working in City Hall to compare now, we have definitely made some strides. We're not near where we need to be. At all.
We're a lot better than a lot of other places.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We are a lot better than a lot of places. We're a lot better than a lot of cities.
Yeah.
Even
absolutely.
surrounding cities. So I am very thankful to see the progression that we have made, but I'm even more excited to see what else we can do to get excited.
See, that's what I like. I like this hope for the future.
I love your enthusiasm.
Me too.
That's awesome.
Alexandra, you've been very, from the first time I've met you, you've always had such a positive and energetic energy and always just a good feeling to be around. So I hope the city can see that, and we do wish you the best of luck on this, and regardless of how it turns out, which we're hoping for the best, we know that you're still going to be out here doing the work, and we'll be rooting for you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate y'all, and really thank you for all that you do, for informing everyone, for keeping it real with like hard conversations. So maybe next time we can come and have a food section.
Yes.
Let's do
Hello.
it. I love food.
Me too. With that said, people, we do got to pay some bills to keep the lights on. So make sure that you guys keep it locked right here. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. And today we do have a double header. So after we come back from break, we'll be speaking to Henry Santana, who is an incumbent. And we've got a lot to talk about. So we'll see you guys soon. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music.
Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Tues.
Your #1 local radio. The Spark of New England, Spark FM. Bringing the heat back to the airwaves.
Don't let biased algorithms or degree screens or exclusive professional networks or stereotypes. Don't let anything keep you from discovering the half of the workforce who are stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time to tear the paper ceiling and see the stars beyond it. Find out how you can make stars part of your talent strategy at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
At Rockland Trust Bank, we know that listening matters, not just to your financial goals, but taking the time to really get to know you. Whether you're building a family or a business, investing in a new home or a college tuition, planning your finances for the next 30 days or the next 30 years, our experienced bankers will listen, not just to provide advice and resources, but to foster a relationship that truly matters. Rockland Trust Bank, where each relationship matters. Member FDIC.
Often I hear people talking about how high their electricity bills are. Massachusetts has programs that everyday homeowners pay for, but never look into. Have you ever considered why some homes have panels and others don't? If you have Eversource, National Grid, or Unitil for electricity, you are paying for your neighbors to get panels at no cost. The charges are on the bill. Why not get someone to pay for yours? This program also helps with re-roofing, tree cutting, and electrical upgrades. If you're tired of short-term solutions for a long-term problem, connect with Bakari to find out if your home meets the requirements to upgrade at no cost out of pocket. Save the planet, future-proof your family for power outages, and save tens of thousands of dollars on an otherwise lifelong bill. Mention Spark when you call or text SPARK to 617-833-8940 to get 2 months off your power bill covered if your home gets selected.
Finally Home is a must-read step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time homebuyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, homeownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-made real estate easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Boston's new home for urban Caribbean music. Spark FM. Spark FM. Playing all your favorite hits from reggae. Spark FM.
If you no mess with where you are gonna see a million. We got the Congo long just like the Amazon.
Spark FM.
I know that life is not easy. No say we are for win. Walk with the camera like Jesus.
Soca. Hip hop.
Yeah, we on and we going crazy.
R&B.
You could do damage. You could do damage.
Afrobeats and much more. Spark FM. Spark FM.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Tues.
Booming, dropping a round tray, red, dropping a round tray, pre-rim, and a round tray. I'm gonna find out the words to this song because this is one of my favorite songs. Because this is what
the first word is rolling.
Rolling.
Oh, it's not booming.
No.
Okay. Well, well, you find out. You learn something new every day. Today we got a double hitter. We just spoke to Alexandra Valdez, who is campaigning for city councilor at large, but we also have a city councilor at large here, Henry Santana, and you are a hard man to track down, Henry. Golly,
He is busy.
I had to put out an APB, like, hey, somebody help me here. And we have spoken, and it just has been a communication issue. But welcome to Spark FM. How are you?
I appreciate the opportunity. Appreciate y'all having me. It's a great day.
Yeah.
Right now we're 1 week away from the election.
How do you feel?
We're feeling really good right now.
Yeah.
How does this feel different from the last time?
From the first time.
It's very different, very different. The first time when you're running for the first time, you got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you run on a vision, like in a story that you're trying to tell people, right? And people gotta believe it, and then people go based off that.
Yeah.
Also, when I was running for the first time, right, I had to leave my job with the city of Boston, and it came to a point where I ran out of money. So I picked up an overnight job my first time running. I was working overnight, campaigning during the day.
Wow, that's crazy.
This time around, you're a city councilor, so there's a job to do still.
Yeah.
And right now you're, being a city councilor during the day, and then now you campaign in the hours that you can.
Yeah.
So it's very different. Very different.
Yeah. What's that like? Like, is it like, are you, obviously you're tired.
No.
But like, what motivates you to just kind of keep like going?
Yeah.
We need it.
Yeah.
Right? We need it in the city right now. We need people. We need young people. And we need people of color in these spaces, in these positions, to keep pushing our city forward. I love this job. Like, I really love it. Like it keeps me busy. And right now during campaign season, like every minute of your time is pretty much calculated to do something, right? But you do it because you know of the work that needs to happen. And I think right now we have an opportunity to continue moving the city forward. And you hear it from all parts of the city, right? Rent is too expensive, groceries are too expensive. Just being able to put food on the table, right? Like all of it. So that's who you're fighting for. I'm a product of the city. I grew up in public housing in Mission Hill, Alice Taylor BHA Apartments, and I loved it. I mean, I'm proud of being a product from there, and as an immigrant from the Dominican Republic, it gave my family and my dad and my mom, who had 4 children, right, like stable rent. So they knew it was stable rent, and they were able now to find jobs, to put food on the table. But it was predictable. We know this is how much we're going to pay at the end of the month, and all of those things. And it set us up to continue to grow here in the city of Boston. And that's just not the case right now.
Yeah,
month to month, you know, once that lease ends, you don't know if your rent is going up $400, $500. You know, month to month, you don't know how you know what Stop and Shop is going to charge you, right? Like,
if Stop and Shop is still going to be there, you know.
So it's scary times right now. We have a federal government that's not cooperating with our city, right? So we need people like me in these positions right now.
I have many questions, but let's pause there. Miss Tony brought it up in the last one, but you know, being a immigrant, and Dominican, tough right now in America. You know, like how are you guys dealing with that? And on a personal level, how do you help the community understand that, you know, like I'm in it with you. It can happen any day. They could show up and card me, and I'm a whole city councilor at large.
We have heard how they've like authorized that they can just
racially
detain,
profile.
racially profile you.
It's scary times right now.
Yeah,
our American communities are you know, our students aren't showing up to school.
Yeah,
people aren't going to appointments. Right. People are afraid to go to their jobs. Right. People are self-deporting if they don't have documentation. And this is not what the city is about. Right. We welcome everyone. Our immigrant communities are keep our city running.
Right?
Absolutely.
Building our city in all aspects. Small business owners. You know, teachers, police officers, firemen, like all.
Just
all
right here, I was canvassed over the summer with my interns. I was canvassing the area and the businesses. Almost all of these businesses right here on this corridor are of immigrant businesses that are paying people, employing people, and things like that. And these are the people who are being targeted the most. And that's really scary.
It's scary. In 2020, we were like applauding our frontline workers, our nurses, and we were applauding them for the work that they were doing. And now we're in 2025, and we want them gone. And so that's the shift that we're going through in our federal government. But we're trying to do everything possible here, at least in the city level, to make sure that, you know, we're continuing to invest in all of our marginalized communities, investing in all of our neighborhoods. Because that's what's needed right now, and you know we're here to do that work.
You have been a counselor now for 1 term. What are the 3 things that you're most proud of that you've been able to do?
First, I think everyone who's followed my journey and who's followed my campaign in my first term, you know that my number 1 priority is our youth, our young people. And I've been very proud to bring young people into our office. We employed 15 young people this past summer, the most of any other office. And they were creating policy, they were volunteering in community, they were showing, like, they did so much. So I was really, you know, we started that citywide youth council called Santana's Youth Force. And now we're continuing it throughout the school year.
It's so crazy. As I'm listening to you, but keep on going.
So our youth, I mean, I know you said 3. So our youth, just being able to invest in them, bring more summer jobs, bringing more year-round jobs, that's important. I'm a product of that. It kept me, you know, not just, you know, employed and getting money, which was needed when I was a teenager, but it also kept me safe. It kept me around loving adults who wanted to invest in me. So youth is my number 1 priority. It will continue to be a number 1 priority into a second term. Housing has to be a top priority for any candidate, elected official who wants to run for office, who's in office right now. You know, and right now I often say I'm a renter here in the city of Boston. I just turned 30 this past month. I want to be able to have a family. I want to be able to buy a home, and I don't know if that's possible. Right? Because of how expensive it is. And if a sitting city councilor is telling you that, how do you expect any person here to see that, right? So we need to continue to create more affordable housing. We do need to create, right, more affordable rent, but also looking at home ownership. How do we really get people who are renting here in the city of Boston to become homeowners? How do we get people from public housing to become homeowners? How do we create those pipelines and opportunities? I'm all in on that, not just by saying it, but by filing policy, working with the administration to do just that. And I think public safety has to be a priority for everyone. We are one of the largest, safest city in America.
Which is, again, people, one of the largest, safest, not without, but safest. We gotta keep on explaining that, because that's the one thing that we got crime here. Yeah, we do. We absolutely do. But compared to other places, we're doing a lot better.
Right.
And when it comes to like violence, right?
Yeah.
I think that the public safety can look like many different ways. And also, if people don't feel safe feeling safe and being safe are different things.
Yeah, very true.
So if you don't feel safe going out to your local grocery store or going to your local park, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Right? So we need to also invest in that. And how do people feel safe? How do we build trust?
Yeah.
But I think we need to have a safe city, we need to invest in our youth.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so that's
and all of those things that you just mentioned, they all work together, because if the youth aren't safe, if the youth aren't doing well, then how the housing isn't stable, like all of that affects each other. So
absolutely.
Yeah, very good.
Henry, we've heard you seem to be doing a lot and a lot of really good things. But also we've also heard that you are not as out there as other counselors, or sometimes, you're a little bit more quiet. And I see now that that's your personality. You're very mellow and very cool-headed. I like that. Where do you spend most of your time? Is it with the youth? And that's probably why adults don't.
So this is, I think one thing I'm still growing in, right, is like, how do you, right, there's being an elected official.
Yeah.
And there's being a politician.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
I don't come from a political background.
Yeah.
I don't come from a political family. When I show up to events, I don't care to have the mic and tell everyone I'm here.
Yeah.
And then that's part of being a politician, right?
Yeah.
Good politicians make sure that everyone knows in every space that they're in,
Right.
their name, who
Okay,
they're there.
yeah.
That's just not my style,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Good.
my style is being able to show up, support, right? If I'm needed to help,
Yeah.
also events like, hey, do you need tables put it this way? Like,
Yeah.
I'm there to help. I'm there to be there. But I show up in every neighborhood. That's the thing. An at-large counselor, their job is to show up and represent every neighborhood in the city of Boston, not just the neighborhoods where you feel like you do well in politically.
Yeah.
And because of that, you're spread so thin, right? You go from Mattapan to East Boston, to Hyde Park, from Hyde Park to South Boston. Like, it's a whole city.
Why did you decide to do this?
Yeah, that's I asked Alexandra that in the last segment. Like, why at large and not just for your district?
I think, that's a question I've gotten a lot. And I think my story, an immigrant who came from the Dominican Republic, who grew up in public housing, who's a product of our Boston Public Schools, after-school summer programs, renter, right? Black man, Dominican immigrant, all of that. Yeah. That's hundreds and thousands of people here in the city of Boston.
Yeah.
That's the story of so many people here. So I knew that if I was to ever run for office, which I ended up doing, right, I knew that my story would resonate with many individuals here across the city. And with the youth focus that I have, I wanted to touch all the youth.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're probably the first and only person that we've had on our platform that has spoken about the youth. Not a one person has mentioned the youth at all.
They mention them, but not like
not
this.
Like it's not a part of his
I want to make
policies.
it's a priority of mine.
Yeah.
It's a priority. And people tell me, youth don't vote. They're not old enough to vote.
But they will.
That's not going to help you politically. It's not going to win you elections. And like, I say, I'm the product of what happens when the city invests in its youth.
Yeah.
Right.
I know that I had many opportunities. I got to work with the city council. I got to work with the mayor's administration. I went to college. Currently doing my, MPA at Suffolk.
Currently, geez.
I took the semester off. I wanted to focus.
I took a break.
I took the semester off, but I'll be there, next semester.
Yeah.
Back at it. But those same opportunities did not even happen for my neighbors. Didn't happen to even for some of my siblings.
Yeah.
So it's like I got lucky, and that shouldn't be the case.
I actually respect that a lot, to be very honest with you, because I feel like if I was to ever run, which I would never, you know, like I think I probably wouldn't win because I would be focused on one thing probably. Like I feel like there needs to be some priorities to some things over trying to do all of it. So if youth is your thing, then I appreciate that. You've also been endorsed by a lot of people, from the mayor all the way down. You know, how do you continue to make those connections and to stay in the limelight of people who are like, you know, he's the truth?
Yeah, I think first of all, so. You know, endorsements.
How do you feel about endorsements?
People feel different ways.
Yeah,
I see them as I'm a collaborator.
Yeah,
I know that myself. Even with the things I want to do with the youth, increase summer youth job, I can't do that alone. I can't do that by just saying I want it. You got to work with the people. You got to work with the mayor. You got to work with the state. All the different people. You got to work with your colleagues on the council to have enough support for that, right? And I'm a collaborator. So, and even on the city council, we don't all get along. We're all so different. It's a 13-person body. I've worked with every single one of them on key issues that we both prioritize, right? So it's about getting things done, being effective, and to be an effective city councilor, you have to collaborate with your colleagues. And I think that's what endorsement means. I think it shows that, hey, you've collaborated with me over the last year and a half to get things done. And
works well with others.
Yeah, that's a good report card thing. Yeah,
it's one thing to say we're not doing this, the city's not doing that, we're not investing in this, and it's good to call it out. Right? We need accountability. But what are you doing to actually push the city forward, right? And here in the city, it's a very mayor-strong system. The mayor is the one that can do a lot of the things that we're talking about. So me just saying, like, this is not happening, I got to work with her and her administration to get things done. That's why we were able to get millions of dollars extra into summer youth jobs this past summer. That's why I was able to create an $110 million accelerator fund to produce more housing here in the city of Boston. So, being able to work with your colleagues, especially with the mayor, is how you get things done, how you're effective. And I prided myself in being an effective city councilor my first term.
Very good.
You sit on a couple boards. I'm just going through your website. You sit on a couple boards: public safety and criminal justice, education.
He's the chair.
I'm the
chair of education. So again, youth.
I specifically wanted those two.
I
asked for those two because I said education, our schools. If you're not investing in our schools, then like our kids won't right. Like how do you expect our kids to invest back? So and investing in our schools means also like good buildings that have space that can meet all the needs of everyone, all of our students, right? So I really wanted to make sure that I'm in those conversations. I get to meet regularly with the superintendent, and I get to go to as many schools as possible because of that, because of my role there. And then public safety, they go hand in hand again.
Yeah, because the youth are the ones.
So I asked for those two specifically. I was very lucky to have our president of the Boston City Council, who Rusi Lujan, who's the one that assigns committee assignments. And I said, these are the two that I want. I want to work in this area. And, I was very lucky that she gave me those two.
Very nice.
Because we're talking about youth and public safety, we've seen a lot of that. Like it's crazy. Like the youth are a lot. I don't want to put that umbrella over them that the youth are lost, but I do believe that the youth do need to be prioritized a little bit more, especially these young kids that are in between adult and teenage, or right there at the cusp. And we're seeing them this summer. We saw them in the South Bays, and we're seeing that they're doing flash mobs, stealing from Lululemon and different things like that.
Even the story we read this morning about the boy with the
with the poo shiesties on and things like that. What are their plans in place to kind of help that?
Yeah, so at first, I think our youth need to see their representation.
Right? Okay, yeah.
So a lot of our youth don't even have access to a lot of the resources that we provide here. And we in the city of Boston, we're not a poor city. We have a lot of resources. There's a lot of money in this city, right? And what we need to do is make sure that our youth have access to that. So that's why I prioritize our youth. If there's jobs, right? If there's programming, I want to make sure that they go through our office to get those services. But in order for that to happen, you need to meet them where they're at.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't think we have enough of that happening.
Yeah.
I know I'm doing it, but I can't
But
do
you
it
can't
alone.
do it all,
I can't do it
yeah.
alone. I don't pretend that I want to do it alone, right? So that's why I'm so vocal about making it a priority, and hopefully it encourages people who are running, my fellow colleagues, to also make it a bigger priority.
Seems like there needs to be like a task force, because I remember back in the day they used to have like the youth.
You used to have the angels.
The angels, or they used to have like
street
workers and stuff. And I know those programs have gone away. Any hope to get those back?
Those are the conversations we're having now.
Okay,
right?
good.
Like,
Yeah.
and those are the conversations I want to be able to lead on. Like, again, having loving adults that look like you, who can speak the same language as you, who know where you come from, who know what the battles that you're going through in life. That's so important for our youth to be able to have that. Especially when you're entering our teenage years, right? And then you're becoming 18, 19, 20, when you have to grow an adult. And, you know, college may have not been your path, right? What are we doing? Like, and so I'm very focused on our high school students, like, right? Like, how do we, especially our high school students who don't see college as their pathway, how are we prepping them to enter this real world, which is very cruel? Like, right? You gotta pay rent. You gotta
feed yourself.
You gotta feed yourself.
Buy toilet paper.
All of that, and it's extremely expensive, and it can be extremely lonely, right? So, but there are resources here, and there are services here. Certain populations get access to those, and certain people don't. And I'm trying to break that, right? So
I personally think that there needs to be an emphasis on labor trades and things like that, and to really, because a lot of our kids don't feel like they want to go to college, but we are also finding out that those trades and those labor unions are where the money's gonna happen in the next couple of years.
It's
So
already happening.
Yeah, so we've got to get. I'm about to get in it to myself. I'm about to be a plumber real quick. But I in the interest of time, what are you looking forward to in your next term?
Yeah, so I think my priorities aren't going to change.
Okay,
I think
good.
you grow and expand on different things, but youth will still be my priority. Like this year, I was able to secure more summer jobs.
Yeah,
I think year-round jobs are important, and I think when people think of jobs, like, we don't have to pay our youth to necessarily work at a grocery. Like, right? Those are jobs, and those are great. Working at Target, whatever the case may be. Even the youth that I have working with me right now, the 15 that I have working around, you come into my office, if you haven't done your homework, right?
Yeah.
Do your homework.
Yep.
Like, that's right.
Sit down.
Like,
Yep.
sit down. Like, we'll have snacks. We'll have this. You have a community here. I think we need to just make sure that people are staying engaged around people that want to see them succeed, and build community and build that trust, right? So, you know, when I'm talking about year-round jobs, people are, well, kids shouldn't be working here, you know, during the school year. It doesn't necessarily have to look like the traditional job.
Yeah.
We can be paying our youth to be civically engaged, to be in different community meetings, leading different discussions, right? And that's the mode that I'm trying to change. So that's going to continue to be a priority, and find more investments for our youth. I think an area where I definitely want to expand, right? I've always, this is the first time I've said, if we take care of our youth, we take care of everyone else. But I do want to be more intentional about how we're taking care of our seniors.
I love that. Yeah.
And, you know, I think there's opportunity for intergenerational program in there, but I think right now our seniors are really hurting, right? They're living on fixed income, most of them,
they're
right?
living in unprecedented times
unprecedented
that are
times.
like, what? Yeah.
And, you know, the taxes are going up, right? Living on fixed income, it's healthcare, all of it. And so we need to be, I think I definitely want to be more intentional about how we expand and invest more in our seniors, and that they feel heard, and that's something that I'm looking forward to in my second term.
I'm glad that we got a chance to talk to you, Henry, because where's Henry? I need to find Henry.
I got many texts. I got a lot of texts.
Tackled him at the church that
Sorry. I was like, I think I rolled up on him at a block party like, now is the time. But you've always been very present and positive, so it's really great. And we would like here, Tristan has a big heart for youth too, and we would really love to help in any initiatives or efforts that you have for the youth. We have this big space that we do open mics and all kinds of stuff here. So if there's anything that you want to collaborate on, we have space.
I'm gonna follow
Good.
up now.
Like, use us, because we want, what we do want is for city councilors state reps and stuff to start using this resource to help them.
Yeah.
If we know what you're doing, we can help spread the message and let people know what's going on. So I encourage anybody who's listening right now, if you know a city councilor and they want to hold a meeting or anything like that, hit us up. We got mad space. It don't be doing. Thank you very much. But thank you, Henry, for coming in and talking to us. How you doing?
I'm doing well right now. Counting down the days. Right, next week. I really hope that people, regardless of who you're voting for, you come out next week and vote. That's important. A lot of people complain. A lot of people have issues that they want to be heard in the election. But when you go out, that's where you vote for the people that you want to be represented by. I will be humbly asking for one of your votes,
absolutely.
Right?
Let me get one of them.
I believe that we deserve a second term based off the work that we've been able to do, and I'm committed to learning and growing on this job. Right? I don't pretend to know everything, but I do promise that I'm working hard on behalf of Bostonians. I don't remember the last day off that I took in this role. Right?
No days off.
That's something that we have to change too, because mental health is a real thing, right? But I'm a first Dominican man in this role, first black man in this role since the 1960s. It's hard to be in this role, and it's even harder to maintain it. Right. So I'm gonna need people's help. I'm gonna need the support. But know that I do this work with a lot of pride, a lot of professionalism, and a lot of love. And I don't need the glamorous right, like you did this, you did that. There's a lot of things that I know I've been able to do and accomplish. I don't need to take credit for it. I don't. I know it's being done, and that's what I really care about. So
I like you, Henry. Again, thank you very much. And we wish you the best of luck in the polls. We here are super voters, so we take this very, very seriously. And again, we encourage all of our listeners. This is the reason why we bring you these people, so you can listen to them, you can hear them, you can ask your own questions. So thank you very much for the work that you do. And November 4th is right around the corner.
1 week from today.
Let's get it done. With that said, people, we got to take another we might go a little bit over just to get into some of the stories that we need to know. So we'll take a quick break, take some pictures, and then we'll see you guys around the corner. Keep it locked right here, Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends in the morning.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Your number one local radio. The Spark of New England, Spark FM. Bringing the heat back to the airwaves.
Each and every Saturday night from 6 to 9 p.m. inside the Avenue, where you bring the drinks and we bring the vibes. My name is Gary Banton, alongside my co-host Big Trini, right here in SparkFMOnline.com, the number one place for soca, hip-hop, R&B, and more. Each and every Saturdays from 6 to 9 p.m. It's the Avenue.
Often I hear people talking about how high their electricity bills are. Massachusetts has programs that everyday homeowners pay for, but never look into. Have you ever considered why some homes have panels and others don't? If you have Eversource, National Grid, or Unitil for electricity, you are paying for your neighbors to get panels at no cost. The charges are on the bill. Why not get someone to pay for yours? This program also helps with re-roofing, tree cutting, and electrical upgrades. If you're tired of short-term solutions for a long-term problem, connect with Bakari to find out if your home meets the requirements to upgrade at no cost out of pocket. Save the planet, future-proof your family for power outages, and save tens of thousands of dollars on an otherwise lifelong bill. Mention Spark when you call or text SPARK to 617-833-8940 to get 2 months off your power bill covered if your home gets selected.
Advertise your business, brand, or music on Spark FM. Contact us at sparkfmonline.com for more information.
At Rockland Trust Bank, we know that listening matters, not just to your financial goals, but taking the time to really get to know you. Whether you're building a family or a business, investing in a new home or a college tuition, planning your finances for the next 30 days or the next 30 years, our experienced bankers will listen, not just to provide advice and resources, but to foster a relationship that truly matters. Rockland Trust Bank, where each relationship matters. Member FDIC.
We the
Boston's new home for urban Caribbean music. Spark FM. Spark FM. Playing all your favorite hits from reggae. Spark FM.
If you no mess with we, you are gonna see a million. We got the Congo long just like the Amazon.
Spark FM.
I know that life is not easy. No say we are for win. Walk with the camera like Jesus.
Soca. Hip hop.
Yeah, we on and we going crazy.
R&B.
You could do damage. You could do damage.
Afrobeats and much more. Spark FM. Spark FM.
Spark FM.
Some of them don't like me. Some of them just fight me. All of them could rock so.
Spark FM.
One girl every day. One girl every day. Say me name and me magically appear.
Spark FM.
Body better get her cause she out here looking fun. Better pop it because I'm out here popping mine. Don like this Don Julio gon' do the trick every time.
Spark FM.
So can you come pick up your clothes? I have them folded.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up.
All right, let's take a look.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the Morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Trips.
On large.
Hi. Wait, we're back on live.
I couldn't think of their name at all.
I saw one of them this morning, and shout out to the Warrells. Here we are back again, and we're gonna do a quick run through. So thank you guys for staying for us a little bit extra. We might be extending the time of the morning show in general, just in case. So, be prepared.
Bishop's laughing because I got on his big ass heavy coat. Yo, this joint is heavy. How much does this weigh? Like 7 pounds?
It's a weighted blanket.
Oh my God. It is. It's real leather from this is
that's from the leather
vintage.
district.
Vintage.
So we're back in the game. What was that? We did have one last story that we had to go over.
We had two things.
Okay, go on.
So Boston City Council proposes higher property taxes on large apartments to help homeowners. What that mean? What that mean, Brian
Open it, let me
Worrell?
see.
What did that mean? So it says, Boston City Councilors propose a change to how property taxes are levied in an effort to reduce bills for homeowners. District 4 Councilor Brian Worrell filed a proposal ahead of Wednesday's City Council meeting to reclassify large apartment buildings as commercial property while still offering a residential exemption. The plan is an alternative to the one championed in 2024 by Mayor Michelle Wu to shift the burden of property taxes from residential to commercial owners, which was approved at the city level multiple times but ultimately failed to make it past the state legislature. By reclassifying large apartment buildings, corporate landlords in the city of Boston would be more equitably taxed, Worrell wrote in his hearing order. The result would be that residential rates would be lowered across the city as a great burden of the fixed Proposition 2.5 property tax revenue would fall on corporate landlords rather than on small landlords or homeowners. What that mean?
So basically, he wants to charge more to the bigger apartments, luxury apartments in those places to those developers or owners so that it can offset the cost of the smaller property owners, which I think is good. I do want them to pay attention to the people who get caught up in the undermath. When you charge the property owners more for commercial space, whether it be commercial or residential, well, for the commercial especially, property owners are then sending that money, those extra charges, down to the smaller commercial renters. So you might be helping the smaller residentials, but you're effing up the business owners that are renting space because we get that cost. That's my problem with the whole, charging more for commercial, because you guys are forgetting that the commercial people also are renting to smaller businesses who are getting that upcharge. And if we cannot employ people or employ ourselves, then that reduces jobs, and then they can't afford no housing in the first place. So now we going back in a circle.
It says here that Boston relies heavily on property tax income to provide city services, with more than 70% of the annual budget coming from property taxes.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That is a lot, more than 70%.
Yeah. It says, Worrell gave an example of a 307-unit apartment building in the Seaport that would pay $1.4 million in annual taxes, or $4,560 per unit, while charging an average of about $9,000 in monthly rent.
What?
Meanwhile, a small landlord in South Boston renting out one apartment at a monthly rate of $4,000 would pay $11,510 in annual taxes for that one unit, more than twice the per unit rate of the larger building.
Oh no! Shut it down.
Do that.
That's
Do what he
crazy.
Said. Do what he proposed.
But that is also what is happening when we're talking about the bigger landscape of things. This big beautiful bill and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
The 1% who has all the money has to pay less taxes, but the people who don't have any money have to pay more taxes.
Yeah.
I need to understand why it makes sense. I need somebody to tell me why it making the sense.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then we have a message from Julia Mejia. There.
Yes, this video. It's a video, and it's just keeping the White Stadium conversation going, even though there are still people that are fighting this down or trying to change this around and whatever. And shout out to Julia Mejia, who put out a little video just kind of still, keeping the conversation going of what is going on with White Stadium and how people are feeling around it, so that we're not losing this in the shuffle. Here is the clip.
We've heard a lot about White Stadium, y'all, but I think it's important for me to utilize this time to set the record straight. If anyone knows anything about me, I'm always all about making sure that Black and brown people in particular are paying attention and have a seat at the table on decisions that are impacting their lives. We hosted a 9-hour hearing.
9 hours.
And in that hearing, it was overwhelmingly Black and brown people talking about a process that did not really uplift or affirm their voices.
On White Stadium, communication has been lousy. People who are supposed to be engaged in discussion of what the stadium should look like and what should be done, never got a chance to speak.
The fact that there was never an alternate proposal considered, Black and brown people felt, don't we have the right to make decisions to how we want to utilize our tax dollars? It just felt like a blatant no. People are not happy with the transportation plan.
It's hard to make the traffic piece work for everything I understand about it, the studies I've seen. So there's some uncertainty sort of lingering over the project and what's best for residents in Boston, for Bostonians.
People are concerned with the parking.
Can anyone here imagine ceding land, trees, serenity in the public garden to a private for-profit concern? Huge burdens on traffic and parking? Of course not. People who live and work around the public garden have power, resources, and influence, and they are predominantly white.
Right? There's climate issues.
So cutting down 150 plus trees for a development that's counterproductive when we can renovate something that already exists.
I'm all for renovations. No one is debating that.
That doesn't mean that a pork chop thrown in the middle of a pack of underfed communities is what you want.
We owe it to our constituents to make sure that we can get this right. And so whether you agree with the proposal or not, that is not what I'm here to debate. It really is making sure that there was a process that was equitable and rooted in the people that we serve. That's it, plain and simple.
So that was just a little update of the conversations that are still going on about White Stadium. We do have the legacy partners scheduled to come back in
tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yep.
We have the legacy. Interesting. We should have saved that for yesterday. We will play that video back again just to make sure that we are in complete communication with them. We have also scheduled them throughout the year to make sure that at every step of this process, you guys are informed about what's going on. And if you do need a contact, that we can provide that to you. So tune in tomorrow for that conversation with the Legacy partners, the Legacy Soccer League partners. Going right into the national news, Hurricane Melissa is outside and she is getting it in. So a couple of updates. Potentially catastrophic. Hurricane Melissa is forecasted to slam the southern coast of Jamaica on Tuesday morning, which is today. So I do believe that you guys said it started pretty much early this morning.
I'm looking for a live update.
There's a lot of live updates. Good Lord out there. Go ahead.
It nears landfall. Hurricane Melissa, stronger than Katrina, nears landfall in Jamaica. The Category 5 storm's slow pace could have devastating effects, and the National Hurricane Center warned those in its path to seek shelter, saying it was the last chance to protect your life. Jamaica, the Prime Minister of Jamaica also warned that they just, said, we are not prepared for this type of storm to hit Jamaica, so they were doing the best that they could. The latest is that Hurricane Melissa threatened catastrophic winds, deadly floods, and landslides on Jamaica's southern coast on Tuesday morning, nearing landfall as a Category 5 storm with 185-mile-per-hour winds, only 5 miles short of the most intense Atlantic hurricane on record. The storm's intensification with sustained winds stronger than those of Hurricane Katrina at its peak came with dire warnings from officials. Forecasters for the U.S. National Weather Service warned people in the hurricane's path on Tuesday morning that this was the last chance to protect your life. More intense than the Category 5 strength of Katrina, which pummeled New Orleans in 2005, Melissa is now the 5th strongest hurricane on record in the Atlantic.
Wow.
It doesn't track it. I don't know. So, yeah. Strengthened by Caribbean water temperatures far warmer than usual, Melissa is expected to remain an intensely destructive force throughout the next few days as it passes through the Caribbean while bypassing the United States. It says nearly 900,000 people have been ordered to evacuate Cuba's eastern provinces. The U.S. Navy has completed the evacuation of about 1,000 non-essential personnel from its base at Guantanamo Bay and moved out of the storm. So what they do? They left the prisoners there?
And Haiti too, right?
Haiti, Dominican Republic.
I don't know where either came from.
So yeah, that's what's going on right now. The latest update from the core of Melissa was expected to make landfall on Jamaica during the next couple of hours. This was 8 minutes ago. Melissa was a Category 5 storm with the winds of 185. The center with little change in strength was expected before landfall. And after that, it's expected to move across southern eastern Cuba early Wednesday, still as an extremely dangerous major hurricane. So yeah.
I'll show you guys. I have some footage of Jamaica right now.
Yeah.
So it hasn't really touched down in whatever part of Jamaica this is showing.
But
definitely.
They've already lost power in Jamaica, though. At 8 a.m. on Tuesday, a third of the customers in Jamaica had lost electricity and power.
Wow. Prayers going out to those people, man.
Definitely. Oh, yeah. Prayers up. For Jamaica.
It's so sad. It's so sad, but also the Jamaican, there's some TikTok videos and stuff like that of Jamaicans just kind of being Jamaicans, like they might not be used to these type of hurricanes, but I feel like for the most part, they're making making best of it. So you're seeing a little couple of funny videos and stuff of them kind of like cussing at Melissa and stuff like that. So it, we keep Jamaica in your prayers, hardcore, because we don't know what type of damage this is gonna do to them. Yeah. But if there's any Jamaican associations, organizations, cultural Caribbean associations that are doing anything for the people of Jamaica, please let us know. There are a couple of people that are asking where they can, send help, volunteer, donate or whatever. Mm-hmm. So if you know of any of those places, please make sure to let us know so that we can help spread the word. Yeah.
This article right now has a live view of Montego Bay as the hurricane nears, and it doesn't. I mean, you can see that the waters are rough and the wind is really blowing really hard, but it's not doesn't look so bad just yet.
Speaker Mike Johnson says GOP working on Republican healthcare plan amid shutdown. And we all know that anything that comes out of Mike Johnson's mouth is a full-fledged and horrible lie.
Yeah.
So we won't get too much into that because we do know that the Democrats are pushing to extend the ACA subsidies or whatever it is. And
What's
the House
ACA?
Affordable Care Act.
Okay, yes.
Obamacare.
Yeah.
And Mike Johnson's house is still not even in session. They're still on vacation, and I think that they're moving that to January 1st or something like that.
I'm disturbed by the fact that they continue, because I heard Carolyn Levitt yesterday speaking about, the Democrats are holding out because they want to give health care to illegal immigrants. Why are they continuing with that lie?
Because
isn't it proven that it's a lie?
It's because their base still eats it up. They do not care that it's a lie. They just suck that all up like a sponge. They don't care. Like it is crazy to me how people still are coddling the Republicans and making it seem like it's a Democratic shutdown when we all know. Yeah. We all have Google, ChatGPT, all the AIs. We all know that that's what's going on.
And the people who are still supporting them, do they not know?
They don't. They know. They're ignorant. They don't know. He said he loves the stupid people.
They want to hear what they want to hear.
Yeah. Confederate general statue toppled in 2020 is reinstalled in D.C. Yeah. Bring back Confederate statues.
They're all going to be up. They're going to bring back all of them.
Who's this guy? He looks like a racist.
General Albert Pike.
Yeah, absolutely. He was probably hit people with pipes and things like that back in the day.
I was reading the comments. In the comment section, there are a few people who I disagree with, but there were some people who were like, "This is just a part of history. Like it's just a part of history. Like although I don't agree with it, it's just a part of history." Mm-hmm. And then there were other people who were like, "Oh, I wonder when they're going to start putting up statues of Nazis." That's the role that
I
they're
think it's a
going
legit
down.
question.
And we might as well just bring back the Confederate flag. And I think our family was speaking about that on Saturday. The Confederate flag is probably going to end up coming back soon.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah.
Minnesota man arrested for a TikTok death plot on Pam Bundy. Free that man. Arrest made in crown jewelry heist at Paris museum, prosecutors say. So they found him trying to get on a plane.
Oh, really? Is that what it was? I didn't know the stories.
I didn't like they a hat or some type of construction hat that they found at the Louvre contained some DNA that matched somebody that had a record, and they found out that person was about to board a plane, so they went and they got him, and they arrested him. So the two people were arrested in connection with the theft of the crown jewels from Paris museum a week after the brazen heist at the world's most visited museum. Exactly. The prosecutor said investigators made the arrest Saturday night, adding that one of the men taken into custody was preparing to leave the country from Paris. He should have took a boat. French media BFM TV and Le Parisien newspaper earlier reported that two suspects had been arrested and taken into custody. Paris prosecutor did not confirm the number of arrests and did not say whether jewels had been recovered. If they still had the jewels, then they are fools.
Right.
Bars.
You go, girl.
Did you hear that, Bishop?
Yeah.
Good.
They make their escape down a mechanical ladder there. French investigators now reviewing this very video for any new clues they could find in that case. Now, during the heist, tourists, as you see here, were quickly evacuated out of the building. And tonight we hear directly from one of them. He's a retired FBI agent at that. He tells our Sinclair station, WSYX, out of Columbus, Ohio, he quickly then shifted into crime-fighting mode.
Why?
My thoughts were, how could that have happened when it's open, and there's people, all kinds of people around. Somebody certainly had seen something. I was tempted to go up and say, hey, I was with the FBI. Can I help you?
French officials have yet to name any one of the suspects from this case, but of course the investigation continues tonight.
That's a mess.
That's crazy. That is very, 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 very
Certainly
crazy.
wasn't no Italian job, I'll tell you that.
One dead, 6 injured in shooting at historically Black University Homecoming Fest in Pennsylvania.
Oh, no.
Terrible.
Yeah.
ICE leadership shakeup exposes growing DHS friction over deportation tactics. And we all know that this is just going to continue to be crazy. I think there's one state, I believe, that has passed some type of law that the ICE people can be arrested if they are crossing the line or something like that.
Is that what that story is about?
I don't think it's this story.
Okay.
But
no, but I thought ICE leadership shakeup shows. Is there some discrepancies between the ICE people, Pam Bondi and Mike Holman? Maybe that's
a mass shakeup of U.S. immigration and customs enforcement leadership is underway amid growing friction inside the Department of Homeland Security. The overhaul affects ICE field office in at least 8 cities and will replace many senior leaders with Border Patrol officials, marking an unprecedented power shift inside DHS and exposing sharp divisions over how far to go in ramping up deportations. The changes are being driven by competing camps inside DHS. On one side are border czar Tom Homan and ICE Director Todd Lyons, who have advocated focusing on criminal aliens and those with final deportation orders. On the other side, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, Senior Advisor Corey LaRuebla, and Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino, who have pushed for a border and more aggressive approach, targeting anyone in the U.S. illegally to boost. Really? So Todd Homan and the other dude is like, we got to have some type of structure and some situation around here. And this psychopath, Kristi Noem, is like, no, let's kill all the dogs and let's arrest everybody that looks like something. Two senior officials described the mood inside DHS as tense and combative, with some ICE leaders warning the new approach could erode public support and blur the lines between ICE and Border Patrol operations. I started off with the worst of the worst, knowing every target they are hitting. But since Border Patrol came to LA in June, we've lost our focus, going too hard, too fast with limited prioritization, one senior DHS official told Fox. It's getting numbers, but at what cost? Oh, really? Okay, me too, girl. What did everyone think mass deportation meant? Only the worst. One agent told Fox News. Tom Homan has said it himself. Anyone in the U.S. illegally is on the table. The internal friction comes as deportation totals remain below targets set by the administration earlier this year. Officials told Fox News that the latest round of assignments impacts ICE field chiefs in Los Angeles, San Diego, Phoenix, Denver, Portland, Philadelphia, El Paso, and New Orleans. Positions expected to be filled by Border Patrol and Customs and Border Protections. I hope that they figure this out and somebody locks Kristi Noem out immediately, because I think she's a terrible. I think Todd Holman is stupid too, but Kristi Noem, I think power has literally gone straight to her head, and she has lost her mind. Lost her everlasting mind. Just moving forward in the entertainment, can you tackle these a little bit? My voice is, oh God, I'm going to take them out.
A judge allows Jay-Z's attorneys to sanction godmother of Ramir Satherwaite, who claimed rapper was his father, in failed paternity cases.
So did they take a paternity test yet?
It says failed paternity. They haven't taken it?
They haven't taken it.
So what are we doing
What do
here?
we do? Like, why can't we just get the paternity out the way?
So he did win, though. This is a Jay-Z win. You're going to get into it.
It's a Jay-Z win. Rock Nation's Jay-Z is looking for a Teflon Don in the case involving Ramir Satherwaite, who claims to be the billionaire's son. All hip-hop reports that a federal judge in California has rejected an emergency restraining order request by Satherwaite's godmother, Lily Coley. Satherwaite, I can't stand this name.
Satterwhite. Satterwhite.
No,
That's
it's
how
not.
it's pronounced.
Has been trying for years to pin a paternity tag on Jay-Z, trying to obtain the businessman's DNA to prove that he is the father. But Jay-Z said, a jacket no fit me. Like this one don't fit me either. U.S. District Judge Sherilyn Pace Garnett denied Coley's request to prevent Jay-Z's attorneys from issuing what she describes as retaliatory sanctions against her for trying to prove his alleged paternity. She told the judge that she was being targeted because she has been advocating for the son in his pursuit to find out if Jay-Z is his father. Earlier this year, in a lawsuit against the rapper, the 31-year-old claimed Jay-Z had sexual relations with his mother, who was now deceased, in the 1990s. She was 16 and the rapper was 22 when the alleged incident occurred. He said he filed multiple paternity suits against the Hard Knock Life rapper, but they were all dismissed. The suit says that Jay-Z has refused to submit a DNA test, choosing instead to obstruct and manipulate the legal process. The boy has since dropped the lawsuit. According to court records, in 2022, a New Jersey judge barred Coley and White from filing new lawsuits in that state without obtaining the court's approval. The judge cited repeated attempts to litigate the paternity issue that failed. The latest decision will allow Jay-Z's attorneys to move forward with their efforts to penalize Coley over what has been described as decades-long harassment.
It seems like it's just gone crazy.
Because it's stupid.
Because they didn't, so they never took a paternity test.
No, I feel bad for
They never took a paternity test. I mean, you feel bad, but people lose their father a day B.
Yeah, but him not taking the paternity test is almost like not releasing the Epstein files.
Not you quoting paid in full, though.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying that it's a good thing to abandon your children, and that's horrible, and that's an awful thing, and all the things. But at this point, bro, gotta move on, because at this point, you want your money.
What do you want? Back child support?
He
just want to know who his father is.
No, he don't. He don't want to know.
He said he don't want no money.
He want money. Because as soon as he find out who his father is, the next thing we gonna hear is
I
he
think
won't
Jay-Z
have.
just don't want to take the test because the child was 16.
I also agree that Jay-Z needs to take the test.
But the child was 16.
I mean, it's too late.
That means he did.
That means it was statutory rape.
That means he pulled an R. Kelly.
He
was
did.
22.
But
and
can
that's
he be?
Jay-Z, who's married to Beyonce.
But is that the statute of limitations gone now after that?
No.
And she's dead too.
And she's passed. So like,
She's
there's
dead.
really nothing that can be
At
done.
time
At the
that
end
she's
of the day,
clean image, you know,
At the end of the
Jay-Z.
day, like for his case to really be
that he had no
valid,
clean
she would
image.
literally need to be
Let me tell you
alive.
something.
Yeah.
When I was 16, if Jay-Z's 22-year-old self came at me,
But it ain't you. It ain't you. You not the one that gonna get in trouble. Jay-Z is a grown man with a frontal lobe that's still not
Bad enough
closed
the
in
jacket
yet.
don't fit. Don't
and
finish
he
that
was
sentence.
a rapper too. Listen,
He was
she
a
raped
rapper,
him.
Rapping rapper.
She
Go
raped
ahead.
him. Birdman ends the versus battle against No Limit by dissing Turk and calling him out during Cash Money's closing remarks. Y'all know the NBA young boy is now on the
Cash
on the
Money?
No Limit.
No, he's on Cash Money.
Who? That's the number I said. What'd I say?
You said no limit.
You said no limit.
Oh,
It's the same thing.
yeah. So
All he said
not the
is
same thing.
F Turk
Cash
and
the
shout
limit.
out to YNB Young Boy.
He's been signed to them.
is it YNB or NBA?
YNBA.
It's
No,
NBA.
NBA.
Mine-
Never broke again.
NBA. So now your NBA young boy had a concert recently too, where he calling out Young Turk and saying stuff about him.
What Turk do?
Stay in your young ass place. What is your problem?
What did Turk do?
Turk didn't come to the concert
didn't
because
come.
he and Birdman have beef out of not receiving royalties.
Oh.
Same way as
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
Oh.
I'm hip.
Okay, his hip hop historian.
I know things. I drink and I know things.
Oh wow.
Drink tea.
Did you watch
That's facts.
Tony? Did you
I
see
did
the?
see
Yes, I watched it on my big screen TV.
And who
I
do you
watched
think
it.
won?
I mean, No Limit definitely.
I had no limit was killing it.
No, with Mia X won. Mia X won the whole
But
thing.
Master P was up there too.
Yo.
Master P was doing his thing, but Mia X won. But you know what? I didn't realize that Juvenile and BG was the whole
Cash Money.
Yeah.
Because Juvenile was up there saying, doing his thing.
Doing his thing, huh? You already know Juvenile be on his thing. Huh? Come on, huh?
Yeah.
Let's go, huh?
Juvenile. And I said, look at BG. He look good.
Look,
They,
nice.
they all look good though.
BG was the one with the dreads?
Yeah.
Oh, because I could not figure out who that was. I was
Yeah.
like, who is this
BG.
superstar?
Yeah. That was
BG's been
BG.
in jail for almost about 15 years.
Well,
but
goddamn.
Prior
really?
to that, he was a heroin addict and all that stuff inside.
my
When
goodness.
he was
Juvie
in
had
hot
clad
boys.
Cash Money on his back all night. Yep, he sure did.
He did, but No Limit won because of one, they were there. Two,
The
Mia
records
X,
were much better.
and three, Snoop Dogg came out.
That's
Snoop
why
Dogg
they
came
won
out.
to you?
Huh?
That's why they won to you?
Because and they was uniform.
No,
The
no.
music wasn't better? Had nothing to do with the music?
Realistically,
I don't know none of them songs.
realistically, even the media is saying Juvenile had a Jada Kiss moment.
Yeah,
Yeah, oh,
definitely.
yeah,
So,
oh, yeah.
so
Yeah.
with that being said,
Yeah, he
No.
got that.
I mean, well, Juvenile won it.
Yeah.
But if you have to go camp versus
Cash
camp,
Money
there was no
used a
way.
lot of commercial music.
Exactly. But here's the thing, though.
That music was bumping definitely in No Limit music was definitely hitting in New Orleans.
You know what was sad though? But they were in Las Vegas. But you know what was sad though is that they cut it off the way that they did.
Yeah, because it just ended, right?
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, this is gonna be our last song, or this is the last thing. We got 5 more minutes, or
They
something like
did
that."
back that ass up. That was the last song, and then it did.
But the way they said it, they were like,
Down for
"Oh, you know, like this is gonna be our last whatever," and everybody was like, "Damn, it just started. It was an hour.
It was
and
an
a half.
hour. It was a whole hour and a half.
I don't know.
thought it started
was
at
on-
8 and
me
it ended
too.
at 8:40.
That's what I thought too. But somebody told me it was an hour and a half.
The fact that No Limit won and they had not that many notable artists as Cash Money was really dope.
Mm-hmm.
Cash Money had the big names. No Limit had Mia X,
they?
had Mr. Serve on.
I feel like so much.
Snoop Dogg was there.
Snoop Dogg was there
but
for No
Snoop
Limit.
Did one verse. He wasn't like.
He was just there.
He was signed to No Limit. He had
So was Tamar Braxton. She was also there.
She was there with her brother-in-law.
With her brother-in-law wiping his sweat away. And she's full. She ain't no way she's not gonna support. That's been in the news too about Tamar being there on
Tamar
stage.
Braxton responds to criticism after being spotted linking arms with sister Tony Braxton's husband,
She looked like a
Birdman,
groupie.
and wiping sweat from his bald
did.
head.
She did
So
look like a
everybody in the
groupie.
comment section was like, if y'all think Birdman ain't tapping that too, you're crazy. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Terrible. Moving on, Aubrey O'Day slams Donald Trump Jr. as she reminds him of their alleged affair. You cheated on your wife. T.
Wait, Donald Trump Jr. has a wife?
Oh, yeah. Aubrey O'Day won't let Donald Trump Jr.
Is it
live.
Donald Trump Jr.? I'm sorry to interrupt. Is it Donald Trump
he
Jr.?
has children.
What rock do you live under, bro?
Not one that
Must
revolves
be
around
this
an orange.
heavy-ass leather coat that you live under. Jesus, this is heavy.
So she won't let Donald Trump Jr. live down their alleged affair. The former Danity Kane member called out Trump Jr. via X on Sunday after the first son of the United States president referenced Bill Clinton's extramarital relationship with White House intern Monica Lewinsky while scolding the former Democratic leader's daughter, Chelsea. During the social media spat, Aubrey slammed Donald Jr. for being a hypocrite as she has long claimed to have engaged in a romance with Donald Trump Jr. after meeting him when she was a contestant on the POTUS show, The Celebrity Apprentice, in 2011.
Why'd she do that for?
Because he was a Trump at that time, and
money.
And she want money.
If y'all think that these little YT women is not out here boning for $40 too, then y'all wrong.
$40, wasn't it $25,000 per butt cheek?
Man, they'll do it for a Pop-Tart.
She said, you cheated on your wife as well. Don't mock your own reflection and call it someone else. Here's your seat, Aubrey wrote in response to Donald Jr.'s messaging. Donald Jr. has never confirmed, would he, his alleged affair with Aubrey. Who does? Though she claims it occurred between 2011, late 2011 and March 2012, when his then wife, Vanessa Trump, reportedly discovered the pair's email exchange. It's true.
Vanessa, let us know. Spill the tea, Vanessa.
Yeah. Oh, they got mad kids. Did y'all know that there was a Donald Trump III?
Oh, hell no.
They have mad kids. They have Kai, 18, Donald Trump III, and Tristan, Spencer, and Chloe.
Tristan.
No. Them is black children names.
They are.
Why not Spencer?
Culture
Did y'all know that there was a third?
No.
I didn't even know there was a Kai. Why you have a son named Kai?
That's what I'm saying.
White people love Kai.
yeah, they
people
like
love a Kai, and they like a Ty
And Micah.
and a Micah.
And a Damien.
Yeah, and LaDamian. Okay,
No, they don't like LaDamian. The white women's like LaDamian.
Bia's disastrous first week sales for Bianca have Cardi B fans ecstatic. However, Cardi B did fire back, and she was like, I'm not going to kick nobody while they're down. Just because she got bad numbers don't mean that I got to harp on everything. I've moved on.
Yeah.
I've dissed her, and I've moved on.
Good for
Her
Cardi.
sales is her sales.
Cardi's
That's
in her
not
political
bad.
bag.
That's not bad.
She sold like,
I mean, that's the most.
I think she sold 8,000.
200,000 coffees.
No, that was not.
The sophomore project.
That was Cardi. Bia moved to 8,000.
28.
Nope, 8,000.
Okay.
Listen, but I was like, what are record sales these days? Because who's buying records? But then Sauce explained to me that it's downloads.
They translate into downloads after a little while. A certain number of that kind of translates into that.
Because if you buy an album on Spotify, that's like 15,000.
Who buys the album? Why would you do that?
Why wouldn't I just pay my monthly fee and listen to whatever thing I want to listen to all the time?
Because if you want to support the artist, you would.
I'm not supporting rich people.
Who wants to do that?
I'm not. Apple better give them a little bit of percentage from my subscription. Because absolutely not. Shit. Paris Jackson makes startling claim. I don't care. Fulio murder suspect said rapper needs to die in 2021.
That's terrible. And then he killed him?
Fulio's on.
In 2021 text.
Oh, and that's why he's in jail?
He killed him.
Dead now, and the murder suspects are being arraigned.
Then they did it.
Yeah,
they're in trouble now because you don't write those things in text message.
And then who is Rada Darling? She's
Michael Blackson. So Michael Blackson was engaged to a woman named Rada. I guess in the past she has given him a pass to cheat as long as he come home. I don't know what it is, but
that's what the arrangement is that he could step outside the relationship.
So then he did step out, and she just gave birth to a baby, and another woman, his longtime friend, gave birth to a baby a couple of weeks later, and now she's like, he was never ready for me because I'm a real woman. And
what do you mean? So what is that supposed to be his baby too?
Both of them are his babies. He came out and claimed him. He said, I had a baby with my fiance, and then I had a baby with my longtime friend.
Oh.
And I'm sorry that I lost my fiance because of my new baby, but I'm gonna raise these babies good. And the next time I date women, it's only gonna be women with a hysterectomy or don't have no more period.
Oh.
I mean, at least he's logical.
He can't make nothing. He ain't serious about nothing.
Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. He said he don't want to be like Nick Cannon and Elon Musk, so he gonna stop here.
He said, good day to all my family, friends, and fans. The last few months, God has blessed me, put me in blessing, came in a lot of pain. 2 months after Rada gave birth to little Mikey, a female friend I've known for over 5 years, also gave birth to my son, King Kweku Blackson. My 2 boys has brought so much joy to my life, but also caused me to lose my fiance, Rada. Mikey was born Tuesday, June 17th, and Kweku was born on August 6th. My apologies for waiting so long, but I didn't know how to do it. He went on to say, my older twin boys, who are now 18, didn't find out till last night. And my own mom don't even know. I love kids, and I want to thank God for bringing me 2 more healthy boys. My apologies to Rada, and I hope she forgives me for the pain I've brought to her. I'm going to be the best loving father in the world to avoid turning into Nick Cannon and Elon Musk. I am only dating women that ran out of period or had a hysterectomy. Swipe and meet Kweku. Miss Vanilla 7... something last line, congrats Mike, children are gifts. I don't know what that means. It's classic Blackson, a mix of truth, comedy, and confession wrapped in chaos, but this time the internet wasn't laughing. Fans felt the post read more like a skit than an apology, and some said Rada deserved more respect than a carousel caption, and I agree. That was rude.
Yeah, he has 5 kids, Michael Blackson.
He said 4.
5 sons.
They said that he has a set of twin boys, and then these last 2 boys. I think he only got 4.
He said that, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know where the 5th one came from.
I mean, he's trying.
It says 3 older sons, and then he has Mikey Blackson, and then King Kaweke Blackson.
So all boys.
He just said in his statement that he only has 4. So maybe the jacket don't fit him either. Okay.
All right, people. That's the time. That's our time.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Thank you.
I just understood what she meant by the jacket don't fit. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's not your jacket. With that said, we'll see you guys later. Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends in the morning. Have a good one.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Your number 1 local radio. The Spark of New England, Spark FM. Bringing the heat back to the airwaves.
Don't let biased algorithms or degree screens or exclusive professional networks or stereotypes. Don't let anything keep you from discovering the half of the workforce who are stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time to tear the paper ceiling and see the stars beyond it. Find out how you can make stars part of your talent strategy at tearthepaperceiling.org.